Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Yo, what's up, me hearties? Man, that trailer got me pumped. I don't know about you guys, but I am pumped right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the boarding party, Pirate Borg boarding party live stream. I'm your host, the pirate wizard Limithron. I haven't even looked at the Kickstarter. I guess it's only been live for 4 minutes, but man, today is exciting. Let's welcome some of my lovely crew. Guys, what up? Let's go to this one. No, how about this one? There we go.
Up. We are at $4,600, about to pass our goal, $4,099.
Oh, here it comes. We're going to fund in.
It was just funded.
5 minutes.
Whoa, funded.
Listen, I don't think you guys can possibly appreciate the amount of work it is to put on a Kickstarter, and this one was no exception to the rule. Zach, how you feeling? Are you popping a blood vessel?
This is we're on the downhill slope. Dude, now.
My wife last night and this morning was like, "Are you stressed?" And I was like, "No, we did the hard part. We made the thing already.
We did it."
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, okay. So where are we at? Should we bring up the stream? Should we bring it up? No, nobody cares. Who cares, right? Yeah, Tyler, do you care?
I have it. I care, but yeah.
I guess I should pull it up on another monitor.
What? Yeah, I
What
know.
are you talking about? The stream, the
I mean, the Kickstarter. Yeah.
Kickstarter, we're at $6,200.
I think I'm more interested in how many people.
61 backers.
Nice.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
yeah,
You're-
chat.
you're
Oh my gosh,
Part
Like,
of the
look,
chip.
it's like Mark, Janet, Steve Gibbs, Brandon,
Yes.
like all of our favorite people.
It's the
All
crew.
people
So-
I love.
So
Yeah.
one year we need to like rent or build an actual pirate ship and just have all these people on the pirate ship with me,
Yeah.
with us.
Like when we launch,
Yeah. Like we actually launch. Actually, you can only pledge by buying a
by
ticket
getting on the ship.
and getting on the ship. Yeah. And we brand you with a QR code.
That would
that
be
you s-
wild. They've got those new like private tiers on Kickstarter, like that only are visible if you have a link. If you launched a whole project that was just private
Just
links,
privateers.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know we should do that. We should do like a Patreon.
Privateers.
Wow.
Whoa.
Slow clap.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually consider I don't have any tattoos, which is weird, I know. But I actually considered getting a brand at one point. Like Jack Sparrow has the P brand on his hand.
Oh,
Couple
yeah.
things. Number one, they didn't brand pirates on their hands or their arms. They branded them on their foreheads. Okay. So we're going for
Oh,
real.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And that's if you didn't get to the gallows. Secondly, I looked it up and like getting branded is like one of the more painful things you can possibly
Yeah,
do.
of course. Yeah.
And I'm like too nervous to even get a tattoo. So I don't think I'm going to get a brand.
Oh, you meant literally a brand.
Yeah. I thought like, wouldn't it be cool if I had like a brand, like I don't know, like a known conspirator brand or something.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Who's it going to be? Who in chat? Who's got the first Pirate Borg brand? I think does somebody have a tattoo yet? Have you guys seen a Pirate
I
Borg
think
tattoo?
so. Yes. I have
Well-
seen a Pirate Borg inspired tattoo.
I think we've got, there's several that are inspired. Like, I mean, I have one that's inspired, and you said somebody showed you like a undead megalodon that was inspired, Luke.
I want like a skull and maybe like Dark Caribbean skull and bones. Maybe that's what I should get.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The problem is I don't want to be like just covered with my own logos, my own
Yeah.
like
Sure.
I like that's why I don't wear a Pirate Borg hat, because like most of the time I'm wearing a Pirate Borg t-shirt, so I don't like want to walk out there, and
Mm,
I digress.
mm.
All right, well, let's talk about this thing, right?
Yeah.
Here, well, let's see what I got. Do I got a background here? I'll go to this background. If you don't know, today we launched the Pirate Map Collection on Kickstarter. I'm very, very proud of this thing because it's like, when we were making this Kickstarter and we were working on all the stuff to get it ready for launch and ready to be a real product, it was like not very creatively fulfilling because I already did all the artwork for this, But looking back, like watching the trailer today, like Tyler edited this really great trailer that we literally finished like 5 minutes before we went live. And it, like watching it, I'm like blown away how many hours of my life you can see in like a minute and a half, Like that's one of the things I really like.
Yeah.
Like when you're reading a book, like you can't really tell how long it took to write a sentence. But when you're looking at a battle map, barring mistakes, you can see every minute. Like I don't do a lot of copying pasting, so you could see like every minute of my life like expressed in lines and in color on these maps. So it's really cool to see it like all, laid out in a book.
Will just funded with from the
Just
Dutch below.
funded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. How are we looking on Westfalia?
Almost there.
Nice.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Nice.
About to pass 6,000 out of 7,000.
Please don't get a QR code tattoo. Yeah, I mean, I was not serious. If you got a QR code tattoo, I would be upset. I mean, unless it went to something that I made, I guess. I mean, I would be upset that you didn't make a cooler choice, but also
Did you see that like Domino's did a thing where it was like if you get their thing tattooed on their head, or some pizza brand, you get pizzas for life, and they weren't serious, but then someone did it and they didn't like honor it, and so they sued them. They literally got like a brand logo tattooed on their head.
oh my God, I would totally sue.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You said it. That's a verbal contract.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make like. What's the point in making promises like that?
Right. Marketing.
Okay. Well, what should we talk about? Should we go through the? What do you chat? What do you guys want us to talk about?
Westfalia funded.
Westfalia funded. Okay,
Your internet connection's faster than mine.
That's 11 minutes for
Nice.
all three.
Yep.
That's a Pirate Borg record. You heard it here first.
We launched more Pirate Borg Kickstarters today than we have ever launched previously in the history of Limithron.
Oh yeah. We launched. There's 3 today, and well, I mean, the other 2 aren't technically ours.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not ours, but we claim them even still.
Yes, that's true. They're
You're part
they're
of the
kinda
ship.
like, it's like we're the brethren in NASA, right?
Yeah.
We're like, you guys are they're different ships, but we're all flying the black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the maps. Do you guys have a favorite map in the map collection?
Yes. I posted about it last night.
What is it?
It's the monastery. It hasn't changed.
Oh, nice.
Yet.
I think
that's also my favorite.
I think one of the things about the monastery, like there's only a few maps that were drawn specifically with this thing in mind. I think the monastery and the jail were like, literally, I drew them to fit the 2x2 paper size. And so I don't know, like, I guess I gave them extra effort in order to make it like work really well in that format. What do you like so much about it, Zach?
I think the color really pops in it. Like, I think it's a fun map to just look at. I think the size of it is great for, like, you can do a one shot in there. It's got enough space for it to have interesting different rooms, but then also not too much space to where if you want to make it through in a one shot or something like that, that you have to kind of find an excuse to not do all these other rooms. So it's like the perfect size for an evening of games. And I really like the variants, which aren't part of this Kickstarter, but on the Patreon, like the vampire one and the Alamo one.
The
like,
vampire one was a lot of fun. Yeah. I think another thing for me about it was it's been really fun. Hold on. I'm trying to share my screen here. It's like for years, all I did was draw battle maps, until I started doing Pirate Borg. And even then I was still doing, several a month. So with Pirate Borg, like, I've kind of like switched to sometimes the main focus is actually making adventures or making content or whatever. But it's cool now when I go back to doing a map, I have like a renewed vigor for it that I wouldn't if I had just been doing like 3 or 4 maps a month forever, So when I did that monastery, when it was like, oh yeah, I really love drawing battle maps. It's really fun to like imagine a place and then like draw in the walls and then like imagine how the players will interact with it.
Can you show us that map, Luke?
Yeah, I'm going to try to see here. It's probably in one of these.
Yeah. Zoom in really close right there.
Yeah, it's here.
No, Zach, that's incorrect. Sorry. Oh, I realize you can hear me. Kawe says physical backers will get their digital minis too.
Okay, great. Awesome. Good confirmation. I was looking at their pledge, their Kickstarter, and it's like, I don't think it doesn't mention that you get that, but that's great to note that they get the STLs as well. Fantastic.
Oh, I got to go check out the Westfalia one.
Oh my God. Like I mean, as much as I'm excited about the maps, and I've seen all of the maps a lot, and I have not.
We've been staring at the maps for years,
Yeah, these minis are insane.
There's so many too. Like there's a bunch that no one will have seen until now that it's live. Oh, later I'm going to go get the Coral Shoggoth and I might paint it while we're hanging out.
I'm pulling up the...
So yeah,
we're going to go new.
Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm just filling the space.
Take a look at this.
If you're just joining us, this is the Boarding Party Kickstarter, 3 Pirate Borgs in 1.
Oh, what's this? Let's watch this trailer.
Oh yeah. I don't think we can hear it.
We won't have music, but that's
hold
fine.
on. I can fix that. Well, give me stand by.
Referee Connor, setting that up, Referee Connor, we are also super excited about Joseph R. Lewis doing the Encounter Atlas. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Salty Nick joining us. Heck yeah.
Exeter, man. It's everybody cool.
Oh, dude, I sent him the skirmish video. We'll talk about that later this morning. He was a pro. Him and
Okay,
shout out to
here.
Jacob.
Here we go.
For their help.
Audio. Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear me too, but that's okay.
Well, you're still on screen. Dude. The thing about this Kickstarter is it kind of makes me mad because I'm not used to seeing like all, super experienced artists work on the Dark Caribbean,
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna this one. So some of these sculpts, I'm like, damn, that's better than what I came up with for the Dark. I should have thought of that, I don't mean actually mad. I just like excited mad, Shout out to Kawe who's here, but we can't get his mic working correctly. Yes. Dude.
Nice.
Top notch. Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy.
Luke, my audio is coming through your feed.
Talk?
Check.
Yeah.
Mm,
Accurate.
I don't,
Echo,
it's not moving
because
my
you got it.
microphone.
It was coming through your audio because you turned your audio on.
You turn your desktop audio.
Oh, okay. Muted. How about now?
Testing.
Oh, good now.
Okay. If I play any more videos, I'll have to unmute it. Sorry
Yeah,
for I'm not a YouTuber or streamer guy. Although I have been watching, I watched a lot of Aztec Cross this year, who's a marathon Destiny streamer, and he's much better at it than I am, so maybe I can get better. We'll see. Okay. Sweet.
I mean, right out the gate, that rapscallion female at the very top is so good.
So
the pose
awesome.
is good.
So
the
awesome.
So
costuming
Tyler
is
and I
great.
played a couple days ago. We played Will's from the depths below, and Tyler played as the pirates and had the like pro painted version of this, and I was like, "Are we in a like Games Workshop like video right now? Like, what is happening?"
It was definitely a like childhood fantasy come true of like we're doing an actual play, but for a game we created, that my brother created, like with miniatures that he artistically designed, like
I mean, I didn't draw none of these are their own.
Yeah, these are all
in
original.
the best way
Yeah, this is
possible.
incredible.
Hey, listen up here, Eldritch History. I am also a sound wizard. I just haven't
deep
done
cut.
a lot of live tune streams with this app before. Cut me some slack, okay? And I'm also got a lot going on right now, in case you haven't noticed.
All the interviews for the previous 10 years of Luke's life,
I don't really appreciate you coming at me like this, man. It's not really cool, dude.
all the interviews used to be, so Luke, what makes you different as a lighting designer? And he's like, I do sound at the same time.
Yeah, dude. I think this is my probably favorite human model, the rapscallion female.
Yeah, it's sweet.
They're all. Ugh.
I mean, they're so good, dude. Oh, love this Buccaneer.
Yeah.
Oh, the zealot,
Dude.
with the wheel as
The printing company is supposedly has shipped them, and they're supposed to be here tomorrow. Maybe give or take.
yeah,
The round 2 of the miniatures, and I am so stoked.
dude. I mean, I said this to Tyler, like he didn't have this in his warband, which I thought was a mistake because I'm such a like Mordheim, like Warhammer Old World fan that like any element of that world that's in the Dark Caribbean, I'm like, yes. And this male zealot, he is. Oh, that's the vibe, man. Oh, this what?
Oh yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah. So for those of you who have not known about this Kickstarter, basically, like the Westfalia team, they have a mix of sculptors, but their main guy sculpts everything in putty. I don't know a ton about war games, but I know a lot. And I know that this guy's probably, if he's not top 3 in the world in sculpting, you don't know what you're talking about. That's my opinion. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, this is another complaint I have is that Captain Morrow, is cool. This is like the cover guy, but
Big
the captain
complaint.
is even cooler. I'm like, what? Like that guy should be on the cover. Maybe I should put him on the cover of Dark Caribbean because this guy looks so sick.
Zach, isn't one of these miniatures for free in our campaign? Did we do that?
Not on our Kickstarter campaign.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
The Warlock, we had this. This is, if you watch the actual play from the skirmish game, I named her the Hag of Yuma, which is a nod to the Hag of Tortuga, which is a crew character you could have in Pirates of the Spanish Main. But she was a lot of fun to play. And in From the Depths Below, if you have a shovel as an inventory gear, you can like randomly dig for treasure. So I made her ore staff, her shovel. Dude, I just love that he gets the tricorn look. Like all the hats in this is a bicorn, but they just like look right, you know? And by right, I mean full fantasy, not historic, but they're awesome looking, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, rank and files. Yes. Ugh. I can't get over it, man. This guy.
Just to
Bill's
say
red is
it-
pretty great. Yeah.
You can back this and get just the STLs if you want, available on my Mini Factory, or you can back the physical and I think there's another option for physical and digital to get them shipped to you. A company will print them and ship them to you. And I have been sent many copies of these, and they are way better resolution than what I can do in my own printer at home. So they're top-notch printing quality, and they have like guarantees if anything's broken, they'll fix it and all that jazz.
Oh, dude, that's on me, Admiral.
Yeah, dude. I got about
This,
15 of
Tyler, do you
these.
have your?
Here.
Go get it. Okay, so I can shout out to Tyler because we played. This guy didn't make an appearance, but sure. How can I?
There you go.
It's green screening.
Oh, why? Why is it? Okay,
That's
hold on.
hilarious.
Stand by. That is hilarious. Visual effects. I have a green screen.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, don't give me a background. None. We are technical savants, everybody.
Listen,
There you
if we
go.
streamed all the time, oh yeah, look at that guy.
I'm trying to get the focus here. Sorry.
There you go.
A plus. That's Tyler's paint job, everybody. Great sculpt.
So cool.
And
And
this
like
is-
it's different than it's not like verbatim what you drew, but it's really close. So it's like cool. You get multiple versions in a great way.
yeah, like I didn't have the chains, but once again, I wish I had the chains.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? It's an iteration. It's good. It's I've had a lot of projects in my life where I have worked alone, and I've had a lot of disappointments. Like I've had a lot of partners that have moved on to other things or people who did not pull their weight. So it's weird to be in a new, I just have been trained that way, you know, I'll just do it myself. So it's really cool to be in a different phase of life where I'm like, oh, no. If I work with other people, everything is better. This is really like high tide raises all ships, you know?
Heck yeah. And yes, Brandon, these I will bring all of the painted ones to Gen Con. And eventually the goal is to have sets of these miniatures on all of our tables at all of our cons. But I'm going to need the community's help to paint 14 sets of all 40 miniatures.
Oh, that's lofty. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we have like 10 sets on a table, and then GMs can come up and like pull what they want. Is my goal.
Yeah,
know,
that'd be sweet.
the
We
community's
we have the red coats.
Yeah,
Tyler painted the red coats still. We play with them. We replaced the cultists in the mission that Will had written with bloody red coats.
Mm.
Also, we're gonna get to it in a minute, but what from the depths below only has one, like it has a rule number 1, kind of like Cyborg, and it's basically like that the red coats can't be good guys. You can't play as them. Oh, here we go.
We just unlocked the red coat officer, by the way, as far
Oh,
as their
nice.
stretch goals go. So yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna do that.
Yeah, sweet.
They're
I
all
mean, you know,
blue-
the thing about red coats is like you could get British soldiers from lots of different games. There's so many historic games, but it's nice to have one that like match the vibe and all
Yeah.
come in the same.
And to be clear, Will is British.
He's
Is-
so this is the thing. Technically, on paper, I think he's British, but
Right.
having been to England a lot,
Sorry,
if you
Will.
call people who are he's Welsh.
Welsh. Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Way better.
He's from, so if people who are from Wales or from Scotland, if you call them British, they're like, screw that. I'm not British. I'm Welsh. So
We've also just to kind of follow up on that, I believe we've unlocked the next couple of red coats on their stretch goals list. So we're almost through
nice.
the red coats. And
Kawe, if you're listening, I will say this is actually the Leviathan, not the Shoggoth. Actually, if you're going to, if you're matching it to the art, but that's okay. They don't even have it on here. The Shoggoth.
No,
The coral
don't-
Shoggoth.
Is
Let
that
me
a
go get
surprise?
it. I'll be right back.
Don't get it. Don't get it. Let's
No,
say
what's all this? Add-ons.
yeah, these are the other alt sculpts that he did.
Oh, deep one. Oh, this guy. What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, it's like zombie pirates.
Yes,
Oh.
Baptiste, for the coin, you have to back the Limithron project physically. That way we're already shipping you a package. And then whatever way you want to back the other two is great. You just need to be a backer on them so that when they say, here's the people who backed us, we confirm your names on there, your emails.
Yeah, you need to be in their backer databases. I'm trying to, here's the coin.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting. All right, well, let's talk about, before we go to From the Depths Below, let's talk about a little bit more about this. I don't know how we got sidetracked, but
Well, we got excited. So
dude, there's a lot to be excited about. I mean, look, we basically, I've said this a million times, but I left my dream job for a job I didn't dream to have. Oh, here we go. Here's the Coral Shoggoth. Stand by. Kawe, thank you for, I basically, like, every month I would be like, but Coral Shoggoth? But Coral Shoggoth? And then finally, like a week ago, they're like, okay, fine, we made it. So did you have to glue on the?
Yeah, this is the only multi-part piece other than the terrain. These legs, this is 1, 2, and then this is a double connected leg, are separate.
Oh, the coral's not separate?
The coral's all one piece.
Wow.
Yeah. And they just finished this like 4 days ago, and I printed it. This is my own printing. But their supports are awesome. I just supported it myself, but they top-notch quality on the supports and stuff.
So chat,
I'm hoping to paint this.
when Kawe and Westfalia reveal that mini like a week from now, you gotta act surprised.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kelly.
Hey, I mean, you know what? You got to have some kind of reward for watching the live stream.
Yeah.
Um,
The side by side of that is like, here, let me grab the book here. Oh, I opened right to the page. Like,
yeah, I want to see some people like actually scale the model up even more.
oh yeah.
Because I think
Dave
I think I
Thalmavor's
would
in
probably
chat
make
saying,
it like, it's probably like in the book, it's like 2 human heights. But like, dude, it's Lovecraft, right? It's Lovecraft vibe. Like, why not go like 4 human heights,
Oh yeah. So that's,
I mean, that's what I picture when you're based on the number of hit points that they have. That's what I
Sure.
would picture.
oh dude, I'll print you want 2x this? I'll print that baby right now.
I mean, whatever,
Dave Thalmavor is in chat saying he already said he's going to scale up all the minis and print them all way bigger.
That's the
Nice.
great thing about STLs. I mean, yeah, dude. I wish I could do that with the battle maps. I really, really like when I see like a skirmish game. Like, I think War Machine was one of the first skirmish games to like really take off that had a little bit of a larger scale. And I think it's awesome, especially when you're only playing with a few models. But for 1-inch battle maps, like, I have over the years really worked hard to use. I have a little skeleton brush. I'll actually show you guys later. A skeleton brush that is exactly a 6-foot skeleton. And I try to like stamp him on the map so I can like make sure things are the right, 5-foot square is a 5-foot square,
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about the pirate map collection. Oh, we definitely need to talk about the Encounter Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Pirate Borg has done way better than we all expected. So like, I didn't really want to like make something new and not have something to like help support that community, and help support playing Pirate Borg on these maps. But I am full time now on writing and illustrating the Dark Caribbean source book. So I was like, what are we going to do? Like, how are we like, I can't, if I, you know, I don't know what happened with the starter set. Like the starter set was like at Gen Con a couple years ago, I saw this starter set for Arkham Horror RPG. And I was like, guys, we should just make one of these. We could do it real quick. And it took me basically a year because I wrote a 60-page adventure and I did all these maps. Was it totally worth it? Absolutely. Did it get nominated for an Emmy award? Absolutely not.
You gotta add some context to this, Luke. I mean, you gotta add context. We had been planning a Kickstarter for months already, and we were a month from launching, month and a half
that's
launching said Kickstarter, and you're like sitting at Gen Con being like, maybe we should add a whole starter kit to the Kickstarter that's already going live in 45 days.
I about shit myself, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it was worth it.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Sure.
Like, I think it was worth it because it like pushes us, like, it's like a full ecosystem now. There's like a lot of content. We got to make dice, which was really, really cool. I think the dice are really good. And if I'm being honest, but yeah, what was originally a Zine Quest Kickstarter for Into the Maelstrom, very quickly ballooned into a full hardcover book. And then I mean, you guys remember Down Among the Dead. It definitely took at least a year of my life, more than I expected. But anyway, I digress. My plan here was like, hey, well, what if we like work with somebody we really like and respect to create a Pirate Borg thing for this campaign? So we worked with my good buddy and colleague, Joseph R. Lewis, greatest adventure writer of all time. I want to be clear. And he wrote this really great, it's like we call it the Encounter Atlas because it has all these maps and then like a guide on how to use them. So there's like all of these. Do we have a spread here, Zach?
Oh God, a spread of
the Encounter Atlas.
Yes.
Here we go. So basically he wrote encounters and then like basically 3d6 roughly random tables for each of 50 maps. We didn't do every map because it was like half of them are ships and we didn't just want to just like, okay, write another what's in the cargo hold table, you know. But all of the like core locations have these encounters. And I do want to say, just because I'm a layout nerd, this is not the final layout. I think it's pretty good, but it's going to be really good when we're done. I'm going to have like stat blocks on here for monsters that are mentioned. It's going to have more kind of embellishments and illustrations. But Joe cranked this thing out in like an ungodly short amount of time, which is pretty wild to watch. And then we did a cover for it. So like, I don't know if you're into maps. I mean, you don't even need the maps for this. It's just like, oh, what's at the shipwright? Yeah. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just really proud of it. So
we also used that encounter book at Origins just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And ran it, I don't know, 80 times. No, not that many. A lot of times. Yeah, no, probably like 80 times, 1 hour adventures. And it was just like people sat down with a pre-gen or a character they'd made at the booth. And then the GMs ran an encounter from the book with one of the battle maps. And they got rave reviews from the GMs. They were like, I really, really enjoy this format. Much more than I was expecting, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that like I think everybody who ran it, Monkey with a Gun is like definitely the new Pirate Borg hotness, you know?
Yeah.
It's definitely like people keep talking about the monkey, like the Monkey with the Gun encounter on the rope bridge here. I'm trying to pull it up right now. But also they did a Monkey with the Gun. Like, is it a ghost monkey or a regular monkey in Kawa's in the Westfalia Kickstarter?
Yeah. Yes.
Ghost monkey, but I think there's some variants coming, or they're working on some variants that aren't just the ghost one. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little preview behind the GM screen here, so to speak.
Sharon, Joseph R. Lewis would be so happy that you just said, who doesn't want to meet a monkey on a bridge with a gun?
Yeah.
He's like, he would say, I know, right?
So here is the rope bridge. Monkey with a Gun. We should just print this on a t-shirt and give it to Joe. Yeah, but this thing turned out really, really well. Like I said this a bunch, but like if you ever have used ILMs or ChatGPT, ILMs? No, that's Industrial Light and Magic. LLMs. Working with Joe is like if ChatGPT was actually incredible. Because
And
you
did
just
the whole
tell
thing
him
in
what
like
you
2
want.
weeks.
You
Sorry.
tell him what you want, and then like by the time you can even get around to looking at it, it's basically done. Like, but written by like one of the best OSR writers. So, like I said, there are 30 of these 50 encounters are available over on our Patreon. If you can't wait to get started. But yeah, we picked the best 50 that we thought needed, content.
There's
and we have
also sampler on the Kickstarter.
if you go to the Kickstarter page, there is a sampler where you can see some of these for free. And then we also have a few stretch goals where me and or the team are going to write. I say write, but really I mean finish adventures for the Atlantean dungeon and what was the Lost Tomb of Chuan Khan, which is like the first 5e thing I ever really wrote. We're going to rework those for Pirate Borg, and those will be in this book as well. Also, actually, can you guys talk about the end papers?
Yes, I can.
Mm.
And
The plan for them, at least?
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it continues to evolve, and we haven't, it's a stretch goal. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I think we can get up there. It's not revealed yet. You're getting so many exclusives on this stream, I guess. But
Luke doesn't care.
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. So we're doing like in papers that are an adventure generator that makes use of the maps that are in the map collection, but like allows you to kind of like create a point A, point B, point C quest thread adventure on the fly. So you'll roll a bunch of dice and generate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Zach said, we've got all these like individual sites that have maps and they have tables and encounters. And I was thinking it'd be really cool if there's a way to like basically take like the job and quest generator out of Pirate Borg, but replace each entry with a whole page. So that's kind of the idea.
I don't chat. Someone's asking, will it be available under the Pirate Borg third-party license? I don't know which thing you're asking about specifically.
Yeah, I would say generally no. But I don't know what. And I guess I don't understand the context because
you can reference anything you want in a third. Like you can reference any of the books.
Well, you can't recreate text. You could reference. You could reference maps.
You could even use the maps because they're on Patreon.
Yeah, I think if you could, Yevi, clarify your question, because if you were like, hey, can I use maps from Limithron in my third-party release? The answer is yes. We have a license for that. You just have to be an active patron, and you have to have a watermark on there. But yeah. So what were we saying about the encounter? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, Zach was saying this, but it is like meant. It's a generator, but it's like a good fetch quest of like, site 1, site 2, site 3, and have a reason and have an enemy, so that it's all like the goal being you can sit down and just with that little book. I mean, it's literally I'm going to run the core book, and that book is what I'm going to take with me to cons, so that you can just roll and be like, okay, we're starting here. We had to go here, and this guy is going to try and screw with us.
And the Atlas and the collection.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Those 3 things all in one bag. Yeah.
And I'll note, we're at a good point here. 33,000. We just unlocked another stretch goal. So we've done the embossing on the map box, just making it more fancy. And then at 33,000, we just unlocked 2 more maps, which are the War Barge and the Seaside Ruins.
Okay. So to clarify this question, I mean, yeah, you could use them as a foundation, but like I would be careful about any form of plagiarism. Like you need to rewrite. Like it's great for sparking ideas, but you couldn't just like take Joe's words and use them in your own encounter, right? Or in your own adventure, right?
But I could see like if you wanted to say like, okay, because the encounter generators we haven't, you haven't maybe seen the full version, but they're just like rollable like lines, right? So if you rolled some lines and you're like, oh, I'm really inspired by these 3 lines that I got, and I want to write a 16-page adventure, I think that's very cool, and you should roll with that. And then if you want to point back and say, yeah, this references this map, this thing, that's
You're
cool.
also allowed to reference character names and such. So if there's a couple of encounters in there in the encounter atlas that use the same character, there's like a little bit of a story thread through different things, which is fun. And if you wanted to be like, oh, I really love this, Blackwood character, I'm going to use him in mine. You can, but don't use that one because that one's mine. That was my character originally.
Just reiterating here. So to get the coin, you need to back our campaign at any physical level, or is it any bundle level, Zach?
To get the coin, you just have to back any physical level.
I think the page says bundle, but regardless, behind it, you're watching the stream.
We need physical items. Yeah.
And we have to be shipping you something. We're not going to ship you a coin unless you're already getting something shipped. Right.
Yep.
And then you have to back the other 2 Kickstarters at any level. We're not requiring that you back physical because, for example, if you want to print STL files or you're going to play the skirmish game online, we're not requiring that you do that, but you do have to back all 3.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about the folio map box. Where can I show this video? Oh, here, I'll just show the GIF or GIF. Let's get Abigail in here to talk about it.
Shout out to Abby, our master of the watch and head bosun currently.
Okay, so this is the result of several iterations. Originally, this project was going to be 3 spiral notebooks or spiral books that were like wide so that you could open up and you could overlay different ships. But then I was ultimately like, well, that means I have to bring 3 books everywhere I go. And like, what if I only needed 1 ship? And like, what if I need 2 ships from the same book? And then I can't fit then you have to give up 3 whole books in order to display the big maps. And I was like, let's not do that. Let's just put them all in a box. So we started designing this so that you could file through them like here, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit with my browser. Yeah. So you can file through them like an accordion file, and then they're all labeled so that they're all easily accessible up in the corner. Then I discovered this roll and play product after we had already been working on this called the Map Library. And they did a really great job. You should guys definitely check that product out. It's much more like normal D&D. It's like a much wider genre of maps. And the box design is a little bit different. But then also, Tyler's got a copy of it here. I'll show you this. Yeah. Great product. You guys should definitely check this thing out.
Plug to these guys. I think it was product of the year last year.
Yeah, I won an Ennie. But we saw this after we'd already started. It's like, that's kind of what we're going for. But we're doing the filing a lot different. And the big difference is that our maps come in 4 sizes. Yeah, everything from 8.5 by 11 for like the boats and like individual shops up to 1 by 2, which are the ships, 2 by 2 like this, which are all theirs are 2 by 2. And then we have really big ones that are 2 by 4 pieces of letter paper. And so there's some really, really big maps in the back of this box. But then, we kind of wanted to go a step further. Also I happened to be at UK Games Expo, and I like my buddies Che and Peku had a booth there, and they're getting ready to kickstart something actually really similar. They're doing like 10 boxes like this of all different maps. And I saw their prototype, and I was like, literally, I pulled out my phone. And I was like, it's like the exact same shape. So I think they could probably all go on the shelf together. Also, I have been a big fan of Che and Peku's work. Che basically pushed me into making maps. Here's showing off ours. This is the 1 by 2, as I call it. Che basically pushed me into actually starting a Patreon kind of. So it's really cool to see that they're doing this as well. But I cannot stress more. High tide raises all boats. High tide raises all ships. Like my style is kind of similar to Che's. Like you can use these together if you're running a more fantasy campaign. And they're gonna have different biomes, so you can like back the forest one or the ocean one or whatever, right? Okay, but more
I'll
about
be
this
doing
box.
that.
So inside it's a magnetic clip box. We hope to have a prototype by now, but I got too busy and forgot to send the files. The prototype is going to show up at my house like any day, so we're going to put pictures of that up. We've got thumbnail pictures of the inside and then an index below that's sorted by category. And then there's a booklet on the inside. Let's see where I can find the booklet. I think I went the wrong direction. The booklet is like, I tried this right here. I tried to make this like everything I could imagine wanting in a menu. So it's got pictures of every map. So if you're visual, it's got them sorted by category and it's got them sorted alphabetically. So the idea is to like hopefully find them as quickly as possible. On top of that, we've got the sticker sheets. There are 5 right now, but if we hit all the stretch goals, I think there's going to be 8 in total. Is that right, Zach?
That's we'll say at least, because I think we're still pondering a few things there.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of think that maybe if the campaign does really well, we might be and we need more stretch goals. I might be like, hey, what do we want? Like in here that isn't already in here sticker wise. Cause like I did my best to pull from stuff that I've already drawn or that we really, really needed. Like I redrew a bunch of cannons so that these are like not, you can't even get these on the Patreon yet. These are all new cannons. These are carronades, big like 12-pounder guns and mortars, which are kind of cool. But these are all reusable clear vinyl. It's like printed onto clear vinyl. So it took a long time trying to get this render so that you could show you that they're clear, but they're not white. They're going to show the map through them. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Transparent.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I talked for a while. Any other questions in here?
Dave, Thalamor Vori. I can never say it correctly. I'm so sorry, Dave, even though I love you. Calling it now. Product of the year 2027.
Is it Thomivore? I don't know why we have I think, but my problem is that you always say it wrong.
I say it. I have a thing. It's like a audio dysphyxiation thing that like if I hear a word incorrectly, and usually it's just me saying it out loud, then I say it that way for decades. Anyways, Dave's great. And he has a great review on Boarding Party, by the way.
Yeah, here we go. Thomivore. Yeah, Thomivore.
Thomivore. That's way cooler.
All right, say it, Tyler. Say it 10 times.
No,
there's no L.
See, fuck. You say it.
Thomivore.
Thalmivore.
Thomivore.
Thalmivore. Thalmivore. Thalmivore.
No L.
What? I don't hear it.
You keep going Thalm.
Thumb.
Thaw. There you go. Thumb. Yeah. Dave's gonna kill you.
This is the greatest screen.
Wait, I want to give a shout out to Dave.
I'll get his link.
is working on. Dave? Are you still calling it a Pirate Borg hack? Hey, Dave, do you want to come in? Do you want to come in the chat for a bit?
Yeah, dude. Get that.
You should come on the stream and talk about your. Here, I'm gonna send him a stream invite.
Not to capitalize, Luke, but when and if Dave comes on, we could talk about all of the smaller Pirate Borg projects that are launching next week, because there's 7 of them.
We should definitely talk about that. Hold on, I gotta find Dave and. Okay, I'm inviting Dave right now.
Dave did a pretty cool review of. I sent him preview copies of all 3, the maps and the minis and the skirmish game, and he talks all the way through it and stuff.
Well, yeah, what I was getting ready to say before I got sidetracked and invited Dave. Dave is working on what started as a Pirate Borg hack. It was called Korea Borg. I'm going to let him tell us exactly what the new name is. But Zach and I had a call with him and to take a look at the project, and he listened to our advice way more than I ever thought. And I am so excited about it now. I mean, I was excited about it before, but maybe he'll show some screenshots here. We'll see if he wants to join.
He's like, I'm at work, bro.
Oh yeah. If he's busy, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Well, you want to wait for him to show? Oh, here he is.
Yo.
My man.
There he is.
Dave.
What's up?
Dave.
What's up, guys? Congrats on the funding.
Thank you very much. Oh, we're getting.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me mute my shit.
I think there's. I think you need to change your output.
I got it.
Good.
Got it.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Awesome, man. I'm so excited about those maps.
I mean, I told you the other day. Why did you review 3 Pirate Board products and not mention that you have one coming out like any day?
I didn't even think about it, man. I've got other, I planned on, blasting my audience with my project elsewhere. I don't know. It's your moment. This is your moment.
I mean, I appreciate that, but
Yeah.
I cannot stress enough. High tide, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Indeed.
I mean, I think that's why we see so much success with Borg and with Shadow Dark communities. It's like it's the open license. Everybody make cool stuff. Everybody wins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's else? I forgot what the new name for Korea Borg is. Can you tell us about it?
Dark Kingdom Koreana is the name. And it's funny because I just wrote a Substack article about this, about how Mork Borg is alive and well, the Borg thing. But as we've discussed elsewhere, the Borg name, the brand, might limit a product. And but the spirit of the game, the third-party license, the framework of the simple rules, all that stuff is alive and well. And that's what my game is. It's basic. It's not Borg compatible anymore, but I owe everything to that design and the stuff that you've done, especially your naval combat rules. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think the thing about it is, like, it's been out long enough now. I mean, you kind of touched on some of this on your review for the Pirate Borg for this Kickstarter stuff. Like, it's not for everybody. And I think one thing that's really good to realize is, like, what you want that something else doesn't do, that's what makes it yours, you know? Like, and I went through this with Pirate Borg where it was like all bright yellow and magenta, and like, it just didn't sing to me. I was like, this is not my thing. And so I made my own thing, and like to see you doing that now with your thing, which seems like it might have been more inspired by my thing than original Mork Borg, just because of the nature of the project. It's really, really cool. I can't wait to see where it goes, like the feedback loop.
Yeah, I'm and thanks for the layout advice. The book started off as pure Borg, and then I tried to straighten things out just because mentally I want text to be straighter, and then you're like, just go all the way, man. But with the advice, and Zach helped with this, of making the book diegetic in a way, like it seems like an artifact that comes from the setting itself. Brilliant. And, leaning into that is a lot of fun.
Yeah. You did a really great job too, like kind of bringing in that old manuscript feel. You guys will see this project when it hits, because we're going to obviously uplift it as much as we can. So do you have a launch date yet?
No, I'm doing the side quest with Zach's project with multiple people, and that's for just naval combat, and that's July 14th. I don't know, 20. How many, Zach? How many?
Oh yeah, Zach, give us the elevator pitch for side quest.
Okay, let's see if I can do this in a way that's not a hot mess. So side quest is my stupid idea, which turned into everybody's stupid idea, which is all the little projects that you wouldn't be able to justify doing your own campaign for, your own Kickstarter for its own project, but you really want to do, and you've kind of been pushing off. So they're the side quest, right? And so it's kind of like a friendly riot against huge Kickstarters, which I guess we're on. We're on one of those things. It's like we love those, but also Kickstarter's a cool place to do like the little things, the little ideas that you get inspired by. So that side quest, I reached out to Kickstarter. They were like, hell yeah, let's do it. They were really supportive. They are really supportive. There's a cool blog up. There's a landing page up. There's a tag that you can search side quest for now. They all go live next week, but it ended up being around 20 different creators in a kind of a curated invite only round this time around, and we'll see how it goes for next time. And they're all doing things like trifolds or really small zines or bookmarks or card decks, like things that are cheap and easy for you to pick up as a backer.
Like, isn't the rule that it has to fit in an envelope? Did you already say that?
Yeah, like that's one of the like loose rules is like we want you to be able to fit in an envelope and slap a stamp on it. We want shipping to be cheap. We don't want any pledge managers. We want you to be able to pay for shipping right during the Kickstarter. And then within 60 days, your project is like being kicked out, right? Like kicked out to everybody. So that's the pitch. But kind of, I was going to say by accident, but I think it's probably just because this is the community and these are cool people and whatever. It ended up being that we have a lot of variety, but a heavy amount of Pirate Borg stuff.
No, I think because you're running it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like I didn't say you guys should do Pirate Borg, but just nature of the beast. So Dave's doing
also
one.
like to toot our own horn here. Like if you make something for, I don't know, insert any RPG, like cool. But like if there's a good chance that if you make it for Pirate Borg, like you're going to immediately have a channel because we're going to blast about it. Almost every major Kickstarter that's been a Pirate Borg project, we have backed at like the retailer level and now sold at our booth. So like there are people who have like made one thing and will be for sale at Gen Con, you know?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's pretty cool way. So I think there is a slight incentive beside your regular like run of the mill, not run of the, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah. So I guess like I'm gonna feel awful if I forget somebody, but maybe Dave can help me here. So I've got a little one for Pirate Borg called Freebooting Bookmarks. Dave's obviously is awesome. It's a whole bunch of ship rules for like, well, Dave, you explained it better than I ever would, but explain Dark Kingdom, Dragon's Wake.
Yeah, it's like this really long name because the core book is called Dark Kingdom Koreana, but then this zine is called Dragon's Wake. It's basically just 16th century, early 16th century combat between Japanese ships and Korean ships, and that's it. But you do have ships in Pirate Borg that are ore powered, and I need to clarify that on my Kickstarter page, but these ships all had oars. They all had oars and they all had sails. So I kind of rejiggered the speed rules a little bit there.
Yeah.
And reduced, I took away the armor damage reduction thing completely just to speed it up slightly.
I mean, if we ever do a second edition, I might do the same, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, so I crunched it down to 16 pages so that it's, it's a zine and that it'll fit in one of these envelopes. But there's a lot of great projects, Zach. A lot of great.
Yeah. There's Zach.
Yeah. Steve Gibbs, who's in chat or has been, is doing another one called Blacklight of San Moro, which is like a one-shot trifold, I believe. Erica Lowe and Bill Harvard are popping over to do like a cooperative zine, which is called Righteous Violence, which is a play on their two projects, right? And it's two Pirate Borg adventures, and like you'll flip it it'll be like one reads one way, and then you'll flip the zine over, and it's got like the other cover on the other side, and you'll read it that way.
Clever. Bill just sent me the like preview stuff of it, and it looks great. I mean, like you guys know I'm a snob for layout, and his layout he did the assignment, which is
I'll tell you. I mean, props to him. Yeah, props to Bill. Like he's been sending me layout and like taking notes, and just like we talked about with Dave, but he took a lot of notes and he's sent me several revisions, and it just looks better and better every time. It looks great.
Yeah.
Will Tramp is doing one with his wife doing the art, and it's incredible. Like she's doing a killer job. He just posted a map on Facebook.
I feel like she's kind of got like a Mike Schley vibe.
Yeah.
And I have, Mike has kind of become a buddy of mine and one of my biggest early influences. So to see that, I mean, it doesn't have to look like Morkborg, right? Like it can be anything piratey to be Pirate Borg. It's pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, so that one's fantastic. Figureheads and where to find them. It's like a trifold full of relics that are also figureheads. So the relics that you'll find and then affixed to your ship, which I think is a cool idea. And then let's see, there's a couple more. I don't want to forget.
Do you guys think I have time to crank one out before?
No, no, please don't. Please do not.
Of course.
I have a project that's like halfway.
Oh my God. Every time I'm like, what's Luke doing? I haven't heard from him all week. He's like, guys, I designed a new RPG.
Yeah. Also, in that vein, you guys should be going to way more cons. Like
Yeah.
go to like 50 more cons a year, please.
Dave, what are you doing? Shut up.
Dude, I don't think we can do any more, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like we could do more. I would do more shows if we didn't also have a company to run and B stuff to make. I think it's like I could do 2 of the 3. Like, like if my only job was making shit and going to cons, that'd be great. Or like if I didn't have to make anything, I could just like run the business and then go hang out at cons, right? But dude, I start to crack with all 3.
There's
Luke,
still
I
a
sent
few
you
more.
The link to the side quests if you want to pull it up.
Perfect. Oh, you did.
The chat's showing all in stream.
Okay, perfect.
No, I know. I just if you wanted to show it on stream,
You can't click on it like this.
I sent it to you on Discord if you wanted to show for the viewers.
Like this?
No. On your Discord, I sent you the link if you want to put it up on your desktop so that all the people can see it.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Copy.
Yeah. Do you know how streaming works?
No, I don't. Clearly I don't. Oh, this is side quest. Okay, copy. Stand by.
They look really cool. So I haven't looked at
frame it
these
up.
in a couple weeks. They look.
Okay, here we
Joseph
go.
R. Lewis has one. Brian Colin.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say Brian Cullen's got a Postmark Peril, which is another Pirate Borg one. It's like these like bifold weirdo things. I mean, I say weirdo in the most like in love sense, right? But yeah, he's got a killer one called Postmark Peril. And then
let's show off Erica's because she's here.
Oh yeah. Click. There you go for it.
Is there some of these?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to wait to see more of it. We at Limithron have seen the.
I haven't seen it. Can't wait. That looks.
There's
badass.
some killer.
I was like, I thought I followed all these, but I'm in incognito mode right now. So
yeah. And then there's a lot of Shadow Dark and whatever ones, which we can point in there, like Joseph R. Lewis has got one that we should.
Here, just to jump back, this is what I was talking about. Kind of a Mike Schley vibe. Mike is the guy who did like all the Curse of Strahd and Tomb of Annihilation, and in a lot of the D&D maps. The Phandelver map, that's him.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you were talking about
Erica. I was thinking
that
about
one right there with the go up right above Erica's. That one is Joseph.
Oh yeah,
Joseph R. Lewis. Erica, I was
He
thinking
probably
about you
did the
last
art
night
for
when I
this,
was
yeah.
watching House of Dragons. They had this like super badass pirate woman on there, and I was like, "Oh my god, she's incredible."
Dude, I have a Let's Slay a Dragon. That's what the Shadow Dark thing he was just running at, or where was it? He had it somewhere.
Yeah.
Gary Con.
Gary Con
Goes back to Joe being a machine because, like we said, it's for small projects and like especially for new Kickstarter creators like Joe. It's like, you can do something really small and straightforward, and then Joe makes 3 zines.
Dude, it's fucked up how much of a machine that dude is.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are machines with all these Kickstarters. I wanted to ask you guys, like, how hard was that first Kickstarter? I did one Kickstarter before Zach approached me with this thing, and I swore that I was never going to do another one because it was so stressful. Was your first Kickstarter like a bitch? Because for me, it was like traumatizing.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. The first one was just me. Okay.
Okay.
Literally, like.
And how was that?
It was a lot of work. I mean, I don't know. I wanted it to go well, and I have a small business entrepreneurial background, and I've been doing graphic design and working for bands for promo forever. So I had a lot of the tools that someone who was like never released anything commercially might not already have. Like I knew how to do. I taught myself how to do meta ads. You have to do that, But man, it was like if I had to do that now, I basically would never Kickstarter anything because it just takes it's so much work,
Because Zach does it all.
It's Zach's like main job, yeah.
He's the wizard.
And he's done how many Kickstarters have you done?
I think the number is somewhere around 75.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. He's like an expert at it. So
yeah.
Well,
It's
I'll tell you.
He's also available for hire. If
No,
you
I'm not.
are
No,
looking-
no. Don't put that out there.
No.
No, Dave. I'll tell you. As bad as Luke might have felt like he had it, and he did have it bad, doing it by himself. The first project that I did on Kickstarter was like 6 years ago, and it was at the time, I did not know how to do InDesign or Photoshop. So the entire campaign page and the entire book were designed in Illustrator.
Oh, That's a
He-
choice.
which
Yeah.
is crazy. It was a 10 gig Illustrator file that I would have to like hit save on and then walk away and pray
Oh
for
my-
an hour and a half while it tried
Dude,
to save it.
I have anxiety
Yeah.
just hearing about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's worse than Microsoft Word.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's that project funded, and I had it printed at a local, like literally a small town print shop made the book, and we shipped it all on time. And weirdly enough, Luke, I was talking to Luke about this a while back, but like it was called Oceanic Depths. It's for 5th edition. So my first project was also very nautical based, and
I've got that
so.
on my shelf.
The interesting thing too about Zach is like we weren't hiring when we hired Zach, but Tyler and I had been for a while saying like, if Zach was ever available, like we need that guy on our team.
Yeah,
And I didn't even know that he did Kickstarters. So we're like,
Yeah.
I think we were like on our interview call, and I'm like, so can you like help me with my next Kickstarter? He's like, that's what I do. And I was like, dream team. We just cracked the puzzle, So
Yeah. And I was like, God, if there was any company hiring me other than Limithron, I'd take it. But beggars can't be choosers. So, yeah.
oh man, oh that's funny. That reminds me. Actually, Zach, I have to tell you something. I have to let you go. We can't.
Okay.
Live
Cool.
on
Thank
stream.
God. All right.
Live
Well,
on
I have
stream.
to tell you something. Yeah.
Wow.
Dave, how's it all going in your world, buddy?
It's good, man. I wish I was able to go to more of these conventions, though. I mean, you guys, are presenting this image of great fun, and I know you're really having fun. It's like I've been there, I've seen it. It's awesome, and it's like a busy time in my life for that. But like, I want to go to more cons so badly. I wish there was a good convention in Minneapolis where I'm living.
Well, you're not that. I mean, you're driving distance to like GaryCon.
I am.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just-
GaryCon's great because it's like there's a very high creator and celebrity ratio to attendee, whereas like at Gen Con, there's like a bajillion people there.
Yeah.
But like since GaryCon is specifically RPGs and not board games, there's a lot more like every time I go to GaryCon, I end up just playing with like other people in the industry. Like, and you don't get to
Yes.
do that at Gen Con. I've never get to play at Gen Con, but GaryCon, it's like,
Yeah.
I play with the Between Two Karens guys like every year. We end up doing something crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I'm totally a snob now. Like if I go to a convention, I'm not playing with random people anymore. It's just people who I know from, YouTube and other places.
yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against the random game.
Right.
Especially if it's like a random friend of a friend. I'm into
Yeah.
that. But I have done like there were a couple years there where it was just Tyler and I running game before we had a booth. And we ran like basically nonstop at Gen Con. We had our other guy got his wife got COVID and he couldn't come, so we had to take his games. And it's like hit or miss. Like I had one game with Todd
Hit or
Stashwick,
miss. Big time.
right?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I was like, Todd, this like playing with an actor is incredible.
Yeah.
But then for every one of those, there's a like guy with his kid and they've never played an RPG
Yeah.
and they don't know what size die they're rolling, which I'm happy to teach, but I
Sure.
don't get the same thing out of that.
No,
It's not the same when everyone comes with like a pro imaginative character that's adding to the story.
Yeah, dude, I'm at Gen Con. Like I'm there to be like, it's like you don't go to like some mega festival to see an opening band. You want to see like the 10 of the great bands. It's kind of the same with players. Like we want to be with people who are like really, really into the hobby. So
yeah.
Before we get too far away, I want to close out some notes here on the third party people, because there's some really cool projects that we have yet to mention. And I mean, one that I think looks amazing that I don't even think Luke has seen. Maybe he hasn't. We just haven't talked about it. But one that isn't going to quite, I think, make ZingQuest. We'll see, but it's coming out right after.
Side Quest?
Side Quest, thank you. Is Matthew Sargent is doing The Gift of the White Elephant, which
I
looks
have not heard of this.
awesome. It looks so good. But he's fulfilling another project right now, so he's trying to get that one wrapped up and so he can launch. But one way or another, it'll happen. It just may not be in time for a side quest. Ahmed's doing one. I think that'll come later this fall. But
Ahmed's awesome. One of our bosuns. Shout out.
Yep. Then there is a current one by a guy named Christian called Something Buried, Something Due. I've been chatting with him. It kind of snuck up on me. That one looks pretty slick. And then the great one, I mean, all these are great, but like, I'm kind of obsessed with the visuals for this one. Thomas Sitkovitz, who's a known conspirator. He did some stuff on Cabin Fever. And he did another Pyroborg thing that's delivering right now. He's got a project called Wrath of a Thousand Suns,
Nice.
which is a funnel crawl for Pyroborg that's launching, like, I think August, he said. Wrath of a Thousand Suns. I'll post it into chat, but
very cool.
probably should have done all these, but it's so cool looking.
Dude, RPGs, man, it's just the best. It's the best hobby. It's like every time I start to get bored, I just like change genre and I'm immediately unbored. You know, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. There's something about, there's some like, and I say this all the time, like reading them is playing them, writing them is playing them. It's like, it's the best. It's the best hobby and by far the best job, right?
Oh my God. Reading them is playing them. You should tell that to all the haters on Reddit who drag me for not playing every single game that I review.
No, dude, screw those guys. Listen, first, I'll say it right here. You hear it, like, hold on, let me go big on this. Internet, shut up. Okay? Listen. Reading RPGs is playing RPGs. You can enjoy the hobby any way you want. You can review them without having played them. You can play them without reviewing them. I mean, right? Like you heard it here. I'm standing on the pedestal telling you. That's
amen, brother.
That's most enjoyable RPG memories was just theory crafting a character and then reading an adventure in that book and trying to be like, how is this game played? And then taking my character through those events, be like, man, that sounds really cool. And then never getting it to the table. But when I think back, I'm like, oh yeah, I've played that. Oh no, I haven't played that. I've imagined me playing that, and it was really fun. Like,
I mean, my only counter argument to this thing I'm just saying is I don't really appreciate when people come into our community and like second guess a bunch of things without having played it. Like you can review it, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can even second guess, but like I see people who come in who've never played Pyroborg and they like they're like, I'm afraid my players aren't going to have fun. What do you guys think about doing X, Y, and Z? And I was like, well, it got as popular as it is by it being fun the way it is. Try it first and then start changing it. That's my only caveat.
Play the base game before you slap on some homemade expansions.
Yeah, it's like trying to play Monopoly with different sized dice without having tried it with 2d6. You know,
it sounds actually pretty fun.
Yeah, dude, let's play. What could you do to get the similar curve? Oh, just to play with a d20,
D20
right? Or a d12.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's the same options. Yeah. Or what's that one person they said they did stats? I saw a comment. It was like,
wait, what's this guy saying?
4d4.
Hold on, are we gonna gang pile up on this guy?
To judge how it plays.
Well, Luke, I'll support this guy, Joshua's note for just a half a second. Like, I think that you can get a feel for a game without having played it, but there's another whole level, and we experienced that just recently, and we don't have to get into the experience. I mean, we can, but like Flail is a good example of read it and then played it, and you had thoughts about it that were different after you had played it than what you had read.
Of course, but I guess what I'm saying is that it's a gradient. It's like you're still playing RPGs when you read them. You can still judge them having not played them. Is that the same as running a one shot? No. Is that the same as running a 10-year campaign? No. Like also it depends on the players. Like I've heard a bunch of people. We had a guy the other day who was in the Discord who was like, "Oh, my group didn't like how leveling up worked in Pyroborg, and they're bouncing off of it." And I was like, well, that happens, but like, does that mean that guys like his judgment on the game is correct or incorrect? No, it's like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's all.
I think the weirder the game, the more it diverges from standard rule sets, the more you kind of have to play it to do a proper review. But like, if I'm reading yet another Borg, I don't really need to play it. Like I can look at the spreads and imagine what it's like. You know, a really good way to get your head into it without playing it is rolling up a character. That does like 50% of the work right there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you as a professional like RPG reviewer have a valid opinion without having played it. That's all I'm saying.
And yeah, I mean, if you read 300 games, you start to be able to judge them a little bit better just from reading them.
I will.
I was going to say, guys, I got to go really quick, but I had a couple quick questions. One is about your map pack. I ran Trapped in the Tropics from the starter set this past week, and I had a sample map from the map pack that Tyler sent me. It was a beach, and I also had the beach map from the starter set. So I had the map pack beach and the starter set beach. and they connected, dude. They were contiguous.
Yep.
Is there a lot of that? Like,
So there's not as much as I would have originally like if I had drawn this whole project from scratch, they would all do that, right? But there was a lot of like, I use the same water texture or the same sand texture on as many maps as I can so that they line up. But there was a series of maps. The one you're talking about is there's this jungle here. I can show you. There's this jungle here that comes in the starter set. And then there's this is actually the north part. There's a southern part, and this jungle I literally drew as like a giant canvas.
I love that.
Because the starter set beach is in the starter set, and then the tokens map comes with the beach one up north, and the flip side is the jungle, so you can connect them all. You know, like in if I could do it again, I would do them all that way. But I mean, we're talking like this is 6 years of work.
Yeah,
so
no, totally. I mean, I'm from the generation of Garbage Pail Kids where you could collect the 9 cards and create, and Transformers where you get the 6 to make the Constructicon or the combiner bot. So I'm always into that. My last thing I wanted to ask was, can you get serious about Monkey with a Gun, a t-shirt?
Oh, I just need to figure out. You know what I need to do? Joe loves Mike Mignola. What I need to do is be like, Mike, what do I have to pay you to draw a monkey with a gun?
Get Mike to do it. Jesus,
way more than you paid anybody to write anything.
What's the price? I mean, I feel like can we get him to do it for $5,000?
But like
what if we made a Patreon release out of it?
You're an artist, Lou.
I mean, I could draw it like Mike Mignola, but like it would mean so much to Joe.
Would be amazing
if he had Mike Mignola's monkey with a gun.
Yeah.
There's no way there's no way that Mike's going to take like a joke commission like that. I have to like develop a working rapport first.
Seriously. That'd be huge. That'd be such a win right there.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, Dave, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Good luck with the project.
Thank you.
We will obviously be supporting it with the part of side quests and when the full thing comes out.
Yeah. And congrats on the funding on all 3 of these projects. I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Where are we at? How are we looking?
I was going to say, we just, I mean, it's a little wonky because I'm not sure about if it's which one he's looking at, but I believe we've just unlocked every single stretch goal for Kawe Westfalia's.
Oh, for Westfalia here.
Because I think in Canadian dollars, we've hit everything.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Great job.
Good job, Zach.
That's all them.
Congratulations,
silly.
Westfalia.
Yeah.
Sweet, Dave. Thanks for hopping on. Yep. And I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right. Take care.
Take it easy, Dave. Yep.
Bye.
Okay. So Will is hopefully coming on in a little bit. Should we wait to talk about the skirmish game or should we kick into it?
No, wait till he comes.
Okay, let's see. Let's check out. Did I stoke any fires with this discourse about reading RPGs?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm looking through here, but there's all sorts of chatter in the chat.
Zach, we've had a couple questions about things not being available, add-ons that people wanted to add.
Great question.
Talk about backer kit and how that works.
Yes. Okay. And we'll try to post some of this in the Discord later today too. But if there's questions over there, yes, we made a decision with this Kickstarter to not list all the add-ons on the Kickstarter for a couple of reasons. One being the reality is there's so much stuff at this point. Like we're not going to, it's impossible. Like no publishing company ever lists all their stuff every time. It's just not, it can't happen. And we're at the point where it's a long list. And, Kickstarter pages are already confusing or can be. And so we tried to strip it down to like, what's the essentials? And a big part of that is also like our expectation, maybe not on this stream, because I see a lot of our Pirate Borg community on this particular stream, but in general, we see a lot of interest on this Kickstarter that was not Pirate Borg. People wanting the map book or the map collection, maybe for their 5e games or their Pathfinder games or their Savage Worlds games, whatever. And so we said, it's still a Pirate Borg Kickstarter because it's a Limithron Kickstarter, but we want to make it more newcomer friendly. And so the reward tiers are built to say there's tiers for the Pirate Borg fan, but there's also tiers for other people. And in the add-ons, we don't want it to get overwhelming for the new person. So we tried to curate. That being said, once we get into the pledge manager, you'll be able to add, I think, just about everything that we make as add-ons in there. So if you're like, oh, I really wanted to pick up this zine and it's not available, you'll still be able to add it. You'll be able to put it all in one package and save on shipping it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just
like
not-
I said this a
yeah.
lot. Like I make Pirate Borg. It's where my passion is. I've played a lot of 5th edition. I like 5th edition. I just don't think it's the best for pirates. But if you're playing Ghost of Saltmarsh or your Forgotten Realms campaign is going to sea, like we want to have something for those people. Also, I think we might have mentioned we're reprinting Limithron's Guide to Naval Combat, which is currently out of print. It's just a small booklet, but like that's the idea here, is to get people. It's like we don't want it to be like we're too cool for you, because that's not at all what's going on. Like I think that 5th edition is a great game. I just like less rules and more pirates, more rum. So
yeah, if you're here and you're not interested in Pirate Borg, or you're just here for the map book, like the Naval Combat Guide, we haven't talked about really at all, and it's been years since you made it, so there's plenty of people that aren't familiar with it at this point. Basically, it's 16 pages. It's a tight rule set that's great for any D20 game. It's really we brand it as 5e. It is definitely 5e, but you could easily use it for Path. We have people in our Discord who use it for Pathfinder, Starfinder, whatever, all the time
with no changes. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're here, check out that, and there's also previews of that you can get and kind of see what the rules look like.
we don't have a link on the Kickstarter, I don't think, but there is a free. Actually, we should put it in that folder, Zach. There is a free version of Limithron's Guide to Naval Combat. That's all the core rules. We should definitely put that in the
I'll do it right
in the
we're talking.
Dropbox.
Yeah, that's great.
Brandon, yes, reprint of Dark Tides, Bury the Bahamas, Sinking of Cathagan.
Yeah, I think as a company, the only thing that's out of print is the Pirate Borg 5th edition bestiary. Everything else is like being reprinted as we need it. It's
and
just
the
like,
Pirate Borg core book limited edition. Because
but that's
in the name.
but that's just the But like as far as the actual thing that you need, like the content, it's just a matter of like it's the logistics. It's international logistics. Some stuff is selling a lot better than we expected, and we're not going to reprint. We print Dark Tides in Lithuania, and we're not going to like get a C container for a $5 1-page zine.
Yeah,
we have to wait for it to ship with everything else.
We literally spec'd out that stuff for 2 years of product, and then added 20%, and we're not even a year through it, and it's gone. So it's like just everything sold faster than we thought. We also doubled our presence at conventions and booth size, which increases sales there. It's a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Not that Brandon was complaining; he just wants it.
Yeah. Will there be a bestiary reprint? Not at the moment. I think there's a couple things. People were confusing it as a Pirate Borg bestiary, not a 5th edition bestiary, because it has the same cover. It just has a different label. We've gone back and forth. We talked a lot about doing a 5th edition version of Pirate Borg, kind of how like Adventures in Middle Earth, or what's it called now? Lord of the Rings role-playing game versus the One Ring. Because like I said, I don't want to neglect people who want to play 5th edition and want to play in the Dark Caribbean. But the reality is that there's 3 of us, and I'm the like doing all the creative on the book side because I'm a nerd and like doing it that way. And I think that if everything you say yes to is a no to something else, and we just have kind of decided to like move Pirate Borg into its own thing, we're not doing a 5th edition version of Dark Caribbean at the moment. So at the moment, there's no 5th edition bestiary reprint planned. I think we still sell the PDF though, right, Tyler?
We do.
Yeah. So
And
that's
unofficially, if you want to go print it at your print shop.
Whoa.
I mean, I didn't say that. Wait,
listen,
boss.
I mean,
what?
You're on a live stream, official live stream for the. Yeah.
I said unofficially.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I am not approving that you. I mean,
Next, he's going to be like, if you get a tattoo on your forehead, we're going to give you,
we'll give you Pirate
unofficially, of
product for
course,
life
yeah.
for free.
How about this? If you get a tattoo
Careful,
on Tyler's
careful.
forehead, then you can go print the Pirate Borg bestiary at your local print shop.
If I wake up with a tattoo on my face, I am going to murder you.
Ooh, I mean, dude, I've said this a couple times. What if I like started selling like Ash like at the booth and it ended up like killing a GM and I went to jail? That would be like the best press we'd ever had, right? Like role playing game designer
Sells fake coke.
commits manslaughter by selling a psychedelic undead. Like, what if it's actually skeletons?
Somewhere your lawyer is rolling over and being like, "What?"
Listen, this is just this live stream only for entertainment purposes. I'm not condoning that you consume illicit substances, especially the ground bones of undead from the Caribbean. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Bob's on my way
Way
to
to the
tattoo artist.
Love Bob. Shout out to Bob. Great work at Origins, my man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good chat. Do you have other questions if we're queuing up before to talk about from the depths below? But if there's questions about that, that's great. But also think about that because we'll have Will on here shortly. But also, if you have other questions about the Kickstarter,
Dark Caribbean,
this is the time.
Tyler's eating habits.
I was just about to go get some Pop-Tarts.
Oh, you know what? Actually, before you do it, let's do my favorite segment from the podcast this year. What are you guys into? Right?
Work.
I love to ask people what they're into, what they're obsessed with. What am I obsessed with right now? Yeah, like Zach said, I played a lot of Flail lately. I just had Andre on the podcast with Isaac from Mouse Ritter. We had a great episode. Like Flail, a lot of fun. Like
I had a lot of fun,
especially theme wise. I told him that you said, Tyler, that was your favorite OSR system that you've ever played
so far. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I don't like. There are some things that I would personally change, like the fact that you're using D6s for combat, but then using D20s for skills. I think you could probably just switch to all D6s, even though I really prefer a D20.
Yeah,
but man, I mean, and also some of the tools in there. Like I'll show you this.
it's a game that has item cards that you print and cut out, and you physically slide on your character sheet for the slots you have. Which, as a beer and pretzels game, is a little bit of a problem when not once but twice somebody at the table picked up their character sheet and just like all the pieces flew everywhere. But it was cool, and you took damage. You like crossed off slots. You couldn't carry things there. And I think a lot of RPGs fail to make being hurt feel like it matters. Like just a -1 doesn't do anything. And like 5e doesn't do anything at all. Like you can even get knocked down and get back up and it's like nothing happened. So I really liked that there was consequences.
It's interesting because I played a game that I ran for the Archon guys the next day, Tyler. Mm-hmm. And we, just for whatever reason, we didn't interact with the inventory at all. And they were kind of like, oh, this is cool, but like it's a lot of work for not interacting with it. But in our game, we interact with it more. And I think it's like getting conditions like poisoned or getting injured. Yeah. You have to drop stuff. I'll say as a designer, having played both Mouse Ritter and Flail now, I won't do that in a game. I think this is when, going back to our other, our argument before about having playing it. After playing it, I think that amount of mental work and grabbing the little tokens isn't worth how much time it takes. That's just my own personal preference. I just would write it on the sheet. I think the sheet is beautiful, and having the cards is really, really great if you have a way to organize them. But what else? What else are we into? Oh, I'm playing this game called Scorn, which is, oh my God, it's incredible. It is like if you took an H.R. Giger painting or the Nostromo, not the Nostromo, the derelict spacecraft from Alien, or like any of the buildings from Prometheus, and blew them out into a full like horror game. It is super creepy, and I was playing it when I was home alone, which is me and Yogi, my dog, and the power went out, and I was like freaked out. But like, dude, I think Texeter knows. I was playing it in the Discord the other day, and it is like atmosphere wise, 10 out of 10. So check out Scorn. What else am I? Oh, I'm into Bela Fleck has a new album that just came out. That's like him and a harpist and a drummer. And they're playing like sweet, like Brazilian jazz, but with a banjo and a harp. And it sounds like kind of like bluegrass, but also kind of like pirate music. So check that out too. All right, Tyler, what are you into?
Well, it's been crunch time. This is the busiest time of year. So between Origins and before that, we were in UK Games Expo, and I took a week off and went to France with my family. And then we have Gen Con and the Kickstarter. Been a little busy, but 11th edition Warhammer 40K just dropped in that time frame. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I spent my monthly hobby budget on some Deathwing Knights because they got big ass swords and shields and knights helmets. They're sitting on my painting table, literally right next to Pirate Borg minis. So they're not put together because the Pirate Borg stuff is all taken major priority. But I'm excited to play that with some friends here in Denver.
I mean, also talking about Deathwing Terminators, like I have rekindled an interest in Space Hulk. I would like to track down a version of Space Hulk. Yeah. Maybe we could play it with Deathwing Terminators and Xenomorph models.
Oh yeah, sick. Yes. Okay. Well,
twist my arm, bro.
Twist my arm.
I mean, also
tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is my 40th birthday.
I was gonna say, like tomorrow is happy early. Actually, you're probably already 40 somewhere in the world.
So, one of my closest friends and family friends, Chris Boren, is coming from LA. Shout out to him. He's driving right now. And they're going to be here all weekend. My cousin Kyle is coming out. Some of you guys know cousin Kyle from cons.
Yeah,
Swabby. So we're going to do, my request for my 40th was just simply, I want to play 24 hours of board games. So it doesn't have to be continuous, but like Twilight Imperium, Game of Thrones, Forbidden Stars, a 40K board game. We're sending all the kids and the wives to a hotel, and we're just
I'm running Alien on Friday.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
With Deficient Masters kind of come and hang out with us.
Brandon, so that's what all my mental energy that's not work is 40K, family, or board games.
You can say family. That's a wholesome answer.
Yeah, I mean, I still make time for them and all there. Thank God. She would disagree right now if she heard me say
ouch. Let's get her on stream. Carolyn, what do you think about your husband?
She's Zach, what are you into?
Ooh, okay. I think there's probably two things worth mentioning. Well, I'm always into Middle Earth role-playing games, and I bought several more books recently, so I'm like super hooked on like finishing out those collections. I'm a collector, if you didn't know. I think somebody was already pointing to the Star Wars stuff, but I am one book away from having all of the Adventures in Middle Earth 5e line from Cubicle 7, and I think
wait, tell us. Can you tell the stream what you're missing?
Oh gosh, yes, I am missing. I've got it on my phone. It's like a little tiny packet.
I keep seeing them places, and I'm always like, "This is you're going for Adventures in Middle Earth, not One Ring, right?"
Yeah, the Adventures in Middle Earth, The Road Goes Ever On is the one that I'm missing, which is like a little packet that has a bunch of maps in it, more than it is an actual supplement. So that one is the one that I'm keeping an eye out for, and then I think I'm missing one or two for One Ring First Edition.
Yeah,
and I think once I've got those two, I will have all of MERP Second Edition, all the Cubicle 7 releases, and all the Free League releases, and all of the whatever release the early 2000s RPG based on the movies.
I was gonna say the Decipher one.
The Decipher one, I got that one too. Yeah. So we're within 3 books, I think, from having it all, and that's fun because I like running Middle Earth. It's my default setting to like run games in. I've ran a lot of Middle Earth games in a lot of different systems, and so it's fun to like look at how other people do it. And oddly enough, I kind of got reinvigorated doubly. So Jorben, who is in chat, I don't know if you're still in chat, Jorben, but Jorben invited me on his podcast last week.
Jorben's awesome.
Shout out to Jorben.
Yeah. And it was super fun, but also we ended up talking about Middle Earth role-playing games because he had a big Middle Earth poster in his background.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this a bunch. I have a weird thing with Middle Earth. Like, there's no question that Tolkien and Middle Earth is why I'm in the industry today. It's why I play role-playing games. It's why I like fantasy. I've had a really hard time. Tyler knows he's been in most of the iterations. I've had a hard time running in Middle Earth because I just feel like I can't tell a meaningful story. Which is not true. Obviously you can. I just, everything I want to interact with feels untouchable. And then everything else that I make feels like sacrilege because, So I think if you did a really specific kind of campaign, or like you did with the Shadow Dark Moria thing, I've wanted to do that for years.
Yeah.
Or I think the starter set bouncing around. I know you're not a fan of it, but bouncing around the Shire could be a lot of fun for a one shot.
My wife really wants to play that. Actually, the like starter set they had. Yeah,
it's a cool box set. It's just not a good introduction to their game because it's like, here, play as a Shire and you can't die, and it's a bunch of silly quests. Oh, and then any other book you buy is not that at all. So they
I mean, I think a great way to do it, and I've talked about this and thought about it a bunch, is to take all of the art and some of the quest lines from the living card game, which are kind of all well-planned, tangential. You're escorting Arwen somewhere, or you need to go talk to Elrond. Those are all a great way to like pull it off without having the problem that I have with it. It's kind of the same thing in Alien,
Yeah.
We have passed $50,000 on our
What?
Kickstarter. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Stretch goal unlocked.
Nice.
Look at us.
What stretch goal was that?
35.
What stretch goal was that?
Wasn't there a 50K one?
There is extra encounters. Yeah, we're adding the Coral Reef and Seaside Ruins encounters to the Encounter Atlas. So that's awesome.
Nice. Oh, the
Very
Coral
cool.
Reef one. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Very, very cool.
I'm gonna get a munchie. I'll be right back.
Bye. Bring me a Pop-Tart, even though we're in different buildings.
I will agree with you, Luke, that there is Middle Earth is hard to navigate as a setting because it's so sacred to so many people. So and to me, right? Like I don't like I really get grossed out if I see like a Middle Earth campaign or somebody running something that I'm like, that does not feel like it belongs. And then of course that's just a biased, subjective opinion. But I'm very particular about what I run, and I'm sure that what I run would disgust somebody else.
Of course. I mean, the other thing that I've kind of discovered, we were also talking about this recently. I think that I have really just found, you're talking about this with, I'm sorry, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm drawing so many blanks right now. I can't even remember the name of his game. The Grim and Perilous Zweihander.
Daniel Fox. Yeah.
Daniel Fox. Thank you. I was just looking at Zweihander last night. That, like you were saying, if you play in Daniel's game, you're getting a designer. He's gonna tweak stuff, and I think that I have realized this far into my RPG career that running like in somebody else's world with somebody else's system like gets in the way of the thing that I really enjoy and that's the world building and like the tweaking of systems. So I think looking back now, I'm like, oh well, the reason I bounce off Lord of the Rings is because I feel bound. And when I'm in my own world, or if I'm playing D&D, like I don't care really if we're playing Forgotten Realms, like, Ed Greenwood's lore is not as important to me. Like it was built to game in,
Yeah. The other thing that I would say that I'm really hooked in right now, and people in chat know this, is Nemesis, the board game. And we're mentioning board games in chat, but like that's if anything is consumed 2026 outside of work for me, it is.
Yeah. And we had a con, was that at Genghis Con, where Tyler borrowed it and ran an Alien one shot using Nemesis?
That was so cool. So cool.
Yeah. It's a great, I mean, if you haven't looked at it, it's basically Alien or Aliens, depending on which version you get. The board game, semi-cooperative. It's new. It's different every time. The board is generated as you go. It's a looter shooter as a board game. It's extremely strategic. There's a ticking clock. There's loadouts. There's different classes. I mean, it's everything that gets me going.
Totally.
Kind of welded into one. And the newest one, which is Nemesis Retaliation, is like the Aliens version where you play as Marines. The board is completely generated on the fly, and you build out your own gear set. I mean, it's just.
I was playing it
with it.
That like I chose a mission card from the game. I was like, all right, this is the mission you've been given as Marines. And the group didn't know the group, but they instantly got into the whole Marine aspect. And I would draw 3 tiles off the top of the deck and have to pick one of them. And then whatever was in the room, I would just make up rules. I did pick an enemy from the core book from Alien RPG and had them fight that. There's some scurry water guys and stuff, but like rooms flooded and doors locked and unlocked, and they immediately split the party. It was so evocative. It was the best Alien game I played because there was so much to look at and interact with. on top of what we were saying with our words. So I know Brandon Deficient Master is really into using board games and role-playing games mixed together, and I cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah, I'm working on, you guys know that I've been working on a little side project. The working title is TCG RPG, but really it could be for board games as well. I'm trying to come up with like a way to use card games like Magic or the Lord of the Rings or Netrunner as kind of like oracles for running one shots or, you know, just running RPG adventures. So I'm working on like, here's a deck of cards that have like different, you know, rules for like, oh, you want to do a hex crawl, you need to draw, you know, what is it, 18 or whatever location cards and lay them out. Oh, you want to do a fetch quest, you need an NPC and 2 bad guys, you know, kind of like formulas. And the idea will be that you can like build a deck like you would in Magic, but the deck has like, I don't know if they're like half-size inserts that you put into the sleeves or what, but the deck is like laid out in a way that you can just take it to your RPG table and drop them on the table and have great art and visual aids and cards to pass around without having to do like, you know, so much crazy prep. And I think that would work great with like Nemesis.
I think when you curate that deck well and you're given a good Oracle sheet, I think that'll be super fun because you can go through and pick cards from card games and board games and things that just really like get your goat, like that really are like, this is so cool. Brandon and I were playing the Old King's Crown that was relaunched on Kickstarter recently, and every event card that came out, I was like, I could run an entire session of Mythic Bastion Land with just the cards that are on the table right now. You know, and I didn't even think about that until right now. I'm gonna friggin' do it. How do I buy that game? I want to buy that game right now.
I mean, dude, the thing is that like, if you stop thinking about the book as being the whole thing, I think about this a lot with BX or OSE. Like, I really like OSE as an ecosystem. I'm not crazy about playing with some of those older rules. I like my player classes have a few more abilities nowadays, but sometimes I'm like, oh wait, I don't have to think about OSE at all. I could like get rid of the art style for that and just use OSE as a structure and run a Bloomborough campaign, you know? And then like all of a sudden I'm like, well, the fact that the fighter doesn't do a lot doesn't really matter as much because what you're going to be doing in a Bloomborough campaign is like finding cool things in the woods or like, you know, Mouse Rider style interacting with weird objects. Like, yeah. So I don't really have the time for it to be cut, you know, something I'm working on, but at night I often think about it, or at cons I'll think about it. Like this last con, I bought a bunch of Magic cards that I barely even used just so I could sit there and think about running adventures with them, you know? We did have a question about the cards. Let me see if I can find it.
Somebody backed Westfalia for digital only in My Mini Factory. There's a couple dozen people also backed over there as well. So awesome.
Question is, are the Pirate Borg creature cards getting reprinted? Yes, they are getting reprinted at the printer who is making the box of maps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is another one of those things like we don't want to just order a one-off from a factory. It's not cost effective. It's not mostly time effective for us as a small team, but also eco wise, it's nice to have them all shipped together. I was a little like not irritated, but like I realized, Zach, that we printed our free RPG day adventure in Lithuania.
Oh, I know.
Shipped it to Baltimore, and then they shipped it to England. And I was like, I understand they have to split it at the warehouse.
It's not us, yeah.
You know, but like just the fact that thing like basically went around the world. Like,
yeah.
know?
No, that's a to clarify, because I know Tyler's wincing there. We can't do anything about that. Everything has to go to Baltimore because then Free RPG Day repackages it and sends it out to the right places.
So. They break it up.
I mean, and you know, that's just my little window into international shipping. I think the reality of it is probably much more terrifying when you know, I saw one guy that was like, what's something that you know about your industry that would like shock the whole world? And he was basically like, I work in the automotive industry, and we waste more plastic every day shipping product than you will ever use in your entire life, you know?
Oh my God.
And it's like,
really?
oh, that hurts, you know?
That does hurt.
We got to kind of finish out that question about the cards. It will be early 2027 when we get the reprints in, just because of the nature of the beast of getting everything. They are out right now. I think we have a very, very, very few decks that maybe we're taking to Gen Con, but no, they're out there too. Okay, we're completely
Don't say
gone.
that.
Yeah. Okay, great, perfect. We're completely out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, running out sucks. But like, I remember before we really got into this, I'd always be like, how come they're out of that? And sometimes it's silly, the amount that some people are out of some products. But generally speaking, it's like you have to manage. You can't just be like, stop what you're doing to ship one product from the factory. It's just it's a logistical nightmare. You try to stay ahead of it, but you gotta,
It's hard to judge,
Yeah.
as we were saying before. If you over order, you end up having pallets of stuff and shipping just sitting in there in the warehouse, just costing you money. So it's like tough to thread that needle, and like COVID could hit, or D&D could flop, or whatever. Like things can change really fast. So yeah, again, nobody here is complaining. I just want to acknowledge that they're just asking when it's coming back.
Yeah,
which is cool. The community's been really great about it.
So Zach, did you already address this? If they backed Westfalia on?
Yeah, we'll cover it in here real quick. So if you back, so first off, let's start with the first question. That one, great. If you back on My Mini Factory, that will count as backing one of their projects, because they're clear on their Kickstarter that the digital half of their Kickstarter is on My Mini Factory. So we'll just get with them to square up everything.
You'll be on the list. Yeah,
that's not a problem. That's then the other question that I see in chat was, they backed all 3 campaigns. How can I assure you get credit for the free D2 coin? Great question. We opted, just for simplicity's sake and kind of a learning from last project, that instead of saying like for the early bird, you have to, having special tiers set up that are early bird tiers that have the patch set in them. Once we go into the pledge manager, we have a ton of data that we have access to. And one of those data points can be, did you back all 3 projects? Or did you back our project in the first 48 hours? It'll just tell us that. Even if you move around between reward tiers, it'll be able to say they backed initially at this time. And so in the pledge manager, we will add your free rewards, but you will not see them in Kickstarter at all. Just know that you'll get them. And also know that if for whatever reason, you can always hit us up if once the pledge manager goes live, if you have more questions on it, but they should be there as soon as we go to pledge manager.
Yeah. When you go to confirm your address and stuff, you'll be able to see everything on there. And if it's not there, you can contact us. But historically, we've done a pretty good job of like getting them auto added, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 button clicks in backer kit. So not saying that there aren't mistakes and that it doesn't sometimes get a little bit wonky, but in general, we can make sure that you get your rewards really easily over there, and it'll save you a lot of headaches over here.
Yep. Have we ever thought about a Pirate Borg board game? Boy,
Howdy
have
doody.
I thought about this.
Howdy doody.
I have definitely thought about this. Look, I only have 1 copy of me that I know of on the planet. I'm sure somebody else could make one. I've had somebody mention it, but I have not given it any real thought because there are so many things queued up. First, the Dark Caribbean. Maybe someday we've talked about doing our own kind of larger format skirmish game, which I'm guessing would now probably be compatible in a lot of ways with From the Depths Below. I think my best pitch for it would be if you take Eschaton, which is like my favorite board game, and you, as Tyler would say, piratize it. Instead of being like cults trying to curry favor with the Dark One, your pirates, gathering ash and looking for relics, which is the same as an Eschaton. Some kind of map element, but rather than an area control like Eschaton, I think it'd be a little bit more like you're moving your one crew around. And the deck building element is you're adding cards to your deck, is your crew and your booty, and you're adding cards to that. But like the thing about, especially knowing these Eschaton dudes, the Archon Games guys, man, you have to iterate so much and you have to play test so much, because it's not like a video game. And it's not a role-playing game. With Fireborg, I can say, hey, just do it how you want. Like Eschaton, those guys get like questioned about every single little wording of every rule and how it interacts with every card. And you got to play test it till you hate it,
Really self-contained.
One of our harbor masters, Frank, is a board game designer and designed several. And he said his statement is, in the board game design community, if you have not play tested your game 1,000 times, you are in for a rough ride. Like that's the requirement, is literally 1,000 times play tested.
Yeah.
You also had a Star Wars game that you often refer to when you think about the Pirate Borg board game.
Star Wars game. Oh, Rebellion?
Rebellion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd be cool to do a Rebellion style. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Yeah, so Rebellion is also one of my favorite board games. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm all about theme. That's why I make role-playing games. I'm vibe first. And I think Rebellion is one of the best like thematic board games I've ever played. You're playing the rebels versus the Empire. You're moving through all these different planets. You have like cards that you pull, but like if the Empire kills Vader, or excuse me, if the Empire kills Luke, you can send Leia to Dagobah, train her instead. That kind of thing would be cool, but it really is dialing into there being a set lore in the Dark Caribbean, which I guess there is. Like I'm providing that in the Dark Caribbean, there'll be a list of like the whole timeline is like a list of what will happen if the players don't do anything. We could build a role-playing game out or a board game out of that. I think I'm more interested, not that this is an offer, but I'm more interested in a video game. I think that would be the bee's knees, right? If I could play, it's like Sid Meier's Pirates mixed with Darkest Dungeon, like that would be like incredible. You sail around, you fight these little pirate board style battles. Like there's factions that you got faction play. Oh, dude, sign me
I
up.
hear Windrose is pretty great.
Oh,
Cousin
yeah, this
Kyle
actually
is-
reminds me. I want to mention
Yeah.
I didn't get any graphics prepared for it because we've been obviously very busy and I don't have the timeline figured out. But I'm doing a new YouTube show the working title is called RPG R&D, where I'm going to play every Monday night. I'm going to play with guests, sometimes by myself. I'm going to play different games, mostly pirate games at first, and we're going to extract ideas out of them for RPGs. And Windrose is definitely on that list. That it's a crafting pirate game. Also, the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, what is it? Reloaded?
Reloaded sounds right.
Resynced. That comes out like on Thursday, I think. And we're going to play that. So if you're a big YouTube stream watcher, all 49 of you who are still here, like I think that's something I like to play a lot of video games to get ideas. And I'm like, well, if I set a time to do this, I have to do it. And then it's an excuse to play video games for work, right? Like sounds like a win-win, you know?
Yeah. It was very convenient and nice of Assassin's Creed to sync up their launch with ours. And
Love
kind
that
of,
for
yeah,
us.
we get it all. Yeah, it's super handy.
I wish we were important enough to do not that we want to be in bed with Ubisoft, but Ubisoft, if you're listening, maybe we can do a cross promo.
Yeah, they've been doing some. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can share the fact that you're launching a new title with my 485 backers.
Yeah.
Don't you want to get in bed with us? Come
It's funny 'cause,
aboard.
like that's great for us, but like
Right.
if Ubi like I've paid a lot of attention to Marathon lately, and they're like player base is down to 20,000 a night, and I'm like that's incredible, and they're like that's terrible for a video game. So
It just shows you like how niche, like making like one person making an RPG is enough to support apparently 3 humans working, the 3 of us, our full-time jobs. But then there are other companies out there that are making, millions of dollars.
So this is the Three Hearts rum being discussed. This is Johnny Depp. I forget the name of the rum company. Johnny Depp teamed up with this rum company to make like this really, really cool bottle that looks like a Pirate Borg prop with no work.
It's awesome.
I had 2 bottles, but I don't remember where the other bottle went.
There,
I don't know where it is. It's definitely not going to be used this weekend somewhere.
Definitely not for somebody's 40th birthday.
No.
Sick.
there's a couple of questions on the Kickstarter that I felt like are good enough. Maybe we can bring them up over here. One is kind of an idea question, and then one is a clarifying question.
Are there many mad comments yet?
So one is asking why we're not promoting alchemy, which I think is worth just noting that like doesn't mean that we're not going to do it, but I think my answer for that is Foundry and Roll20. Tyler and I build those ourselves, so we know exactly that we can do it and roughly what the timeline is, and we're very confident in those. Alchemy, we help, but the bulk of that work is done by another team over at Alchemy. And so because we're not in control and we don't know what their timelines are going to be, we chose to not confirm them on the Kickstarter, but that doesn't mean once it goes to the pledge manager, once we have time to chat with them and kind of get it sorted, maybe we'll get them too, but we just weren't comfortable with.
They've been slammed too. They've onboarded a bunch of IPs and it's really great for them, but those IPs are, Pathfinder D&D level stuff.
Yeah, didn't they just announce not Daggerheart?
They did Daggerheart. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's another one too.
Yeah.
Well, Blaze in the Dark just came online.
Nice. Yeah. So their timeline to onboard new stuff is pushed back. So we're like, we'll just deal with this later is sort of our current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to
great guys over there. Shout out to Dan.
I love Alchemy. Love those guys. Hi, Chris. Hi, Isaac. I do want to address this first comment. The answer to this is no. You cannot add the Obel. It is a reward for backing all 3 campaigns. We've never done an exclusive, but this one says Pirate Borg boarding party on it. And we really want people to back all 3. I think you can probably back the other 2 at the $1 level.
Yeah.
But it's designed to spread the network and get the word out there. So sorry, Zeb, no, you cannot add on the Obel. It is only earned by backing all 3.
And it won't be available after the Kickstarter either. So to be very, very clear, it is branded as a boarding party coin, like Luke said. So that's a big part of the reason, but it's it doesn't make sense for anybody to get a boarding party event coin if they didn't do the boarding party event.
Now I would say that there probably would be a way to, if you're late. I don't like the idea of punishing people who didn't find out about the campaign. So it's possible that if we have a late pledge,
late pledge is not. Yeah, that's
but we're only going to order however many have qualified from the order date sort of situation. Yeah.
So if you want it, you should back all 3. I said this a lot. I don't like exclusive gaming content, but think of this as like an alt art promo card. Like your gaming experience won't be any different, but it's really important for us to lift everybody else up. So
yeah. The other one that I thought was a cool question, and I think a good request. Not saying how it'll for sure get answered, but somebody asked. They are backing From the Depths Below, and they backed ours. Thank you. But they're not a mini person, but they'd like to have VTT tokens so that they could play From the Depths Below online. And so they're kind of asking if we're considering just doing like a digital token pack.
Well, we already have all those. Are already available. All the miniatures that got made are based off of art from Pirate Borg. Now, of course, they have their own newer miniatures, but most of them are based off art from the book. Those already exist as if you buy the book online, you get the zip pack. You could totally use those VTT tokens or make your own VT tokens from the book.
And it's possible that we're going to have Will on in a bit so we could talk to him. It's possible that he already is planning on doing this or that, he's open to it. But, there's a lot of sick art in From the Depths Below, which we'll talk about. And he might do a token pack for that. So it's a good idea. And it's a reasonable. I'm not mad about this request. But that's a conversation to have with Will since it's also his project, too.
Yep. Anything else?
I think everything else we pretty much answered. So yeah.
Moonlight Maps. Yeah, shout out to Ollie.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking for more maps, definitely check out Moonlight Maps. They make great stuff, and they have printed products as well.
There is so I was looking at our stretch goal list here, and the one that's coming up that we're basically on top of would be worth maybe talking about, and it kind of leads into something that we haven't given a lot of time to, which is the sticker sheets. So the next stretch goal that we're targeting is a 66,000, and we add a treasure sticker sheet to the list. But do you want to talk a little bit more about what types of things are on the sticker sheets? And
yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of want to know what people would want. It's hard. It's really hard for me as the artist and the designer to remove myself from what I've already made to figure out what people are going to want. And I think it's also going to be people won't really know till they have it. Also, we get a lot of requests for things that are not practical. Like someone was like, "Oh, shipwreck galleon." Well, if I make a shipwreck galleon decal, that's an entire page for something that already has a map. So it's you got to walk that line.
And what map are you putting that on?
Yeah,
it's only a couple
I mean, there are the blank ones.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it. So we thought a lot about these. I tried to maximize what I already have made for what is useful, because that just seems efficient. And I've done a lot of things like this. So the next one that's coming up, which I already have done, it's just whether we were going to print it or not, is treasure. So it's like a bunch of treasure chests, a big pile of silver coins, small piles of silver and gold coins. You know, that way I don't really like when treasure is already on the map, but you're playing a pirate game. So if you want to be like, oh, there's a huge hoard and the skeletons on top of it, well, here are stickers to add those. So,
and we've got some other ideas for things that we'd like to add. There may, you'll notice that this, that we may, next round, we may talk about more stickers that we have ideas for, but I think, yeah, if you have ideas for stickers, you could post them in the stream. I'd also encourage you to post them on the Kickstarter comments page, because even after the stream, I go through and I read all of those. So
yeah, and it's also
to add notes.
It's also possible that we like run a poll if we finish all the ones that I already have planned. That would be awesome, first off. But if we get that far, we might add another one of like fan requests, you know. And now that we were live, I might actually have time to draw a few if you know. We've talked about that a bit. Yeah. We got a question here about sorry if I already answered, but for the free Compass Rose patch, do we need to add it to our pledge today? You need to add it today. You need to back today or tomorrow. It's a 48-hour pledge. The way these Kickstarters work is the hype is all about that first 48 hours. That determines like the algorithm, how much it bumps you out to the audience. So you can back at like the $1 level and then decide on your pledge later. You can also change your pledge up till the end of the campaign. And if you really don't like your pledge, you can edit it after the fact.
Yeah, there is an add-on for the patch, but you should not add that unless you want 2 patches, because you will get one. You'll get one for free added in the pledge manager. The one for $10 is really there for people who come in after the 48-hour mark and are like, oh, I'd still love that patch. Great, you can buy it. But people who come in early will get it for free.
Yep. Yeah, that's a think. Whoops. Where I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to see if I can pull the patch up while we're patch mock-up. Here we go.
Go ahead. I guess show that, and then
this is the patch, which I'm pretty happy with.
I love it. I mean, I love it so much. I'm literally going to buy a bag just to put that.
Like one of the things that this is back to that kind of like core company tenant. Like this doesn't say Pirate Borg on it. It doesn't, it's not trying to sell anything. It's not trying, it is like, I mean, it is kind of like, you know, metal band, black and white, but it is not like it's for people, it's for fans. It's for like people in the community. It's a cool patch regardless of Pirate Borg. That's so I think that's like, I like doing stuff like that. The more stuff like that we can do, the better, you know,
the in-world stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the reason I said not in, I thought about doing like brown and gold, cause that would match the Kickstarter more, but like based on our audience and being pirates, I wanted it to be black and white. So
another question that we got hit up with, I think in the Discord. So I'll just clarify this before we get to the others is, there is a weird part, and I've added some text and some things to the Kickstarter page to help clarify it since we launched. But there is a weird thing where you'll notice that the basic tiers, like as an example, the Encounter Atlas Digital is $20 in the basic tiers. The reason that it's $20 in the basic tier, and then if you look at the add-on, it's $15. The reason that it's $20 in the basic tier is that all of the reward tiers across the board, whether it's the basic ones or the higher up ones, all of them come with all the digital files and the VTT of choice for everything. So when you back the Encounter Atlas Digital, you're not just getting the PDF, you're getting a VTT as well, which is a higher level thing. That applies across the board all the way down, but we didn't do that for all of the miscellaneous add-ons and things that way. So it may be a little bit confusing, but the goal here is we want to give you the best possible experience across everything. And that means if you play on a VTT, or even if you don't play on a VTT, but you consider it like you're getting the highest quality version of everything that you back, which is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And you're getting a killer deal for it. too. Um,
This is the mock-up for the coin.
Yep.
Which kind of takes the same patch design but replaces Navigator with 1 and 2 because it's an actual functional D2. Which, once again, like sometimes people laugh at us at the booth. I'll be like, it's a D2. And they're like, haha. I'm like, no. Like, it's not a coin. Like, it literally says 1 and 2, so you don't have to stop and decide that, this is heads is 1, that kind of thing.
yeah.
The other thing, yes, the Kickstarter is live. Here, can we just hear?
Let's check in.
There you go.
Just a little check in.
Yes.
No, it's backwards.
Other side.
It's on the other side.
Oh,
mirrored.
For me, it's right here.
No,
Nope,
for us,
it's-
it's on the other side. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right there. There you go. Kickstarter is
weird.
live.
Okay, cool.
And then Joshua has a question too about.
Oh,
the
hold on.
stickers.
Let's go check in on the. I need an operator here.
Coming up on 55,000 pledged. We just passed 500 backers.
Oh, look at that. 502. Pretty exciting.
You guys rock.
What do we hope for day one? Dak,
Don't.
what do you
Don't do this.
Don't jinx it.
you know what I hope for in day one? One backer.
$5,000.
No, one backer. We did it. Somebody bought
it. Good
Somebody
job.
paid for the thing. Yeah, we're gonna make it. That's cool.
It's gonna get
Um,
made, everybody.
Okay, so what was this question?
It's someone earlier asked why stickers instead of
Oh, yeah, here.
cardboard
Why-
cutouts.
Okay, so there's a bunch of answers to this. Number one, cardboard cutouts are only good for some things. I mean, they're simple, but they slide around and they weigh a lot. And if we do cardboard cutouts, like you're talking about way more space in the box, more shipping, stickers, we can do a lot more and they'll stay in place. Like you might want cannons as stickers, but I think are as cardboard tokens, but I prefer them as stickers on the map. So you can like prep it in advance and leave it. What do you
can
guys think?
stand on top of them then,
Oh.
which is really good.
Yeah, you can move around. That's the other thing too, is they're clear. So a lot of the assets, like a cannon, if you build it in a cardboard, you have to give it a white border or a black border. And that removes from the verisimilitude. And as an artist, I like it to look right. I also wanted the campaign to work for non-Pirate Borg or non-Gunpowder Age campaigns. So we didn't include any guns on the maps. They're all add-ons. But like, I don't really want to like lay out 20 cannons on my map and then have someone knock the map and they all move. That's just my personal opinion. Also,
I think the other thing, like at the core of this, or is something that we talked about a lot, which is that we've all experienced crappy, quote unquote, reusable stickers, right? And that work once, and then the stickiness, the residue, the adhesive, the whatever it is, kind of fails right immediately thereafter, and then it's worthless. That said, I have a few examples of times where I've had like really, really nice stickers that work really well and just you can use them over and over again. I used to work at a print shop, and that was a big thing that we did for a chunk of it. I would say, to be very clear, the first thing that we said to our manufacturing partner when we talked about these stickers was, we want the best quality we can get on these. Like, we want them like if they're going to be like, stick them on, stick them off, tear them on, tear them off. Like they're going to last for a long time. That's the
we also
absolute goal.
We got specs from my buddy Tom Kartos, who's done this a bunch. So basically they're clear vinyl, static cling stickers where they print white for the outline and then overprint the art. So they should be really good, hopefully. I hope that answers the question. Just to confirm, choosing support, make a pledge without a reward.
Yep.
That's
fine.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, I would encourage you to consider backing them. But if you want to do the bare minimum to get the coin, you need to back ours at a physical level and then at least back them. You have to be in their database for the other two campaigns.
Yep.
The Magellan coin is the best. Thanks, Steve. I really worked hard on that one.
It is the best. I think that's indisputable at this point. Mick's question is good here down at the bottom.
Quick question about from the Desplo. If I don't play skirmish or miniature games, is it as good as an individual resource for Pirate Borg? I mean, I think it is. It's a pretty cool game. the skirmish game thing, I think you have to understand. I don't know if you've played skirmish games and didn't like them or whatnot. It's a lot more like a role playing game. Like Tyler and I started playing Frostgrave a little bit. Tyler played a ton, like Frostgrave is you play with a D20 and you have a wizard and a small warband, but there's like always monsters on the board. So it's like kind of like Morenheim more so than that. It gets way more narrative than a normal war game. Like if you're playing 40K, it's like very balanced and there's like specific rules and point costs and like, and then from the depths below, like, you know, all my skeletons you'll see in the video if you watch it on the Kickstarter, like they all have -3 presence. Like they're terrible in some ways, and it's fun because they're terrible. That said, there are a bunch of tables in there. It's not as role playing for. Actually, no, I take that back. One thing it's really important for every scenario in the game, which are all written to specific Limithron maps. He has role-playing suggestions, and all of the scenarios tie together in a narrative arc, which you could just play through as an RPG session. So,
and I think the other thing to note is like the 40 monsters or however many there are, I think it's at least 40, are all stat blocked with Pirate Borg stats, right? Like it's like all those have Pirate Borg stats. There's a bunch of new relics, there's new treasures, there's new weapons and gear in general that are all Pirate Borg compatible. So again, I think the skirmish game is sick, but if you're looking at it strictly from a role-playing perspective, there is a lot of content there because it's compatible. That's just going to work perfectly for your Pirate Borg game.
Yeah, like I would say if you're like an all-in Pirate Borger, if you will, you know, I would get it. If you're like have a few things, you know, there's probably more like zines out there that you don't have that are going to be more immediately useful. But that being said, the art in it, I mean, he got some of the like best guys working, like Lettuce. Their art is so good. The red, we'll show it here when Will's around, but the red coats and the one of the undead pages, like the first time I saw Lettuce's work was in a little micro zine that Johan was selling at UK Games Expo, and I was like, whoever this is, they need to make something for Pirate Borg, and boom, here it is.
I mean, Johan did the cover.
Oh yeah, Johan did the cover. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're into the world building and adding onto your campaign, it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Great. Covered it.
Got it. Nailed it. I'm not used to talking for 2 hours straight, so you have to just bear with me.
I think it's worth noting that From the Depths Below is 100% done. I believe the minis are 100% done. Like even all the variants and everything. Tyler, you tell me if I'm wrong about that, but I think they're 100%.
I believe they're all available to when you buy them on My Mini Factory, you get them instantly, I think. But the last time, as of 3 days ago, 90% of them were done, and the brand new stuff just needed to like add supports and some files. But if they're not, I just haven't checked because I've been doing this. But yeah, they are so close. And I would say Will is 99.9%. He's just like doing those last tweaks. And he does have some play testers, both volunteer and professional ones, just like running it through the ringer to make it even better, you know?
Yeah, Will's not ready for print, but the book is done.
Yeah,
right.
But he will, the second he knows how many to print, he will be ready to print.
That's the
the
other
way
thing.
he
Like,
does business.
none of these projects are not done. I mean, like I have a little bit of like, you know, adding credits pages and, you know, updating some text, but like the work is done, which is really nice. Whereas in the past, it's like, oh, I have 2 months of work left before we can even talk about shipping, you know?
Yeah, we're going to be fulfilling digitally extremely fast. I think we're saying on the Kickstarter within a month after the campaign wraps, we're going to be trying to hand you the digital files. And I know Will is basically in the same boat. And I think Howie, I mean, like literally everybody's like, let's just give it to him as quickly as possible.
I mean, like, yeah, you're going to get the maps like immediately as soon as we get funds from Kickstarter.
Yeah. And that's the only thing I know with, if you back on Kickstarter for the minis, they just won't send you the digital links in My Mini Factory until after they've collected the money. But in My Mini Factory, if you get them, you pay them. It's just a storefront, basically. So,
yeah. Kickstarter doesn't send over they don't confirm the purchase until like almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. So they can't send files because you still have an opportunity to like have your card declined, which is some billing technicality.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandon,
yes.
I'm asking your question.
Yes. Austin, my man, what's up, dude?
Austin.
Fellowship of the Deader here in Colorado. Yes, greatest adventure writer all time. Wrote an atlas for Pirate Borg.
Austin's also got a project coming online for side quest. It's for Mythic Bastion Land, and it looks really good.
Yeah, wait, what's up with Austin's Pirate Borg adventure? Did that already go?
It's we're working on it. Yeah, he's got it digitally. It's with Winds of Hell, so it's
okay. Yeah,
it's
got
a big print run. Yeah. He's doing a cool Mythic Bastion Lands project.
I just hadn't heard about it in a while, and I don't have it at home, so I just how can I know any more if I don't hold it in my hand?
We've had multiple people rave about Austin's adventure to me, and just him as a harbor master in general. Yeah. Good on you, buddy. Miss you.
Yeah, confirmed. If the back digital Westfalia and the miniatures are immediately available, so you could have your first Pirate Borg official miniature printed before the end of this live stream if you print it right now.
Brandon, I think that's Brandon Space Turtle. He's asking if the SEL option for the minis includes stretch goals.
I've asked Kawe, and I'll get back to you as soon as he responds. I just don't want to give him the wrong answer.
I'm going to assume yes, but you know what they say about assuming.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Austin, feel free to post a link to your upcoming project in the chat if you want.
Okay, well.
Shall we talk from the depths? Just get a leg on it, and then
here we'll do the trailer and stuff first. Okay, so stand by, dudes.
Yeah, play his trailer and then play the first couple minutes of the skirmish video.
Yeah, we should just let that could just do the live stream for us, right? Okay, here I'm pulling you guys out of the thing. Woo! Ooh. It's hot. It's so hot.
One thing that I like about Will and this project in general is that it is a strong reconnective tissue from Pirate Borg back to Mork Borg aesthetic, right? Yeah. It's we talked to Dave about going away from it, but also this is sick, and we want to all these vibes as well, and it's just I'm all about it. So
yeah, I mean, Will's background is from Mork Borg world. That's how we know him. Him and I played Roach Borg last year.
God, check please
at UK Games Expo, which ended up being just all of us creators running. We're when it became my turn to GM for a half hour, they were roaches on a ship on that cargo hold, but yeah, I mean, dude, we just love Mork Borg. It was cool to see him. I remember he did a version of like online only version of a kind of naval-y, water pirate type version of Forbidden Psalm, and I was like, dude, you should have done it for Pirate Borg. And he was like, I didn't know you yet. I didn't want to do it without you knowing you. And I think we waited for the right reasons, and now I think the results are worth it.
Oh, Will is ready. So we're
we're
gonna-
talking.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yeah.
Get in here, man. Yeah, Tyler and I played this. Was that Wednesday? Thursday? Yeah. Yeah, dude, lettuce, man. That music made me want to like. That was like Dune, like
Yeah.
Dune Pirate Borg instead of like Sea of Thieves Pirate Borg. I'm like, yeah, it's like this. That's the thing. It's like a gradient. Oh, here he is. Look at this guy. Perfect timing.
What? My guy.
Will,
Woot.
welcome to the stream. How are you?
Warm. I just walked back from my kid's school. So
Oh no, don't get warm. Well, pour yourself a pina colada, or no, mango wine. Pour yourself a mango wine.
the mango wine is such an in joke for like two of my friends. That's why it's in the game. We played a Pirate Borg game years ago, and it was the first time I played the game. And we were in a place, and they only sold mango cider
Yeah,
for some reason, and that's why it's in the game. That's entirely it.
I love that. I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the cool things about I think the Dark Caribbean as opposed to being a historical game. Like, I don't think mangoes. I think they're from like the Philippines or something, right? Like,
Yeah, they're not native.
and like, well, I mean, honestly, dude, palm trees. I don't know the timeline, but I don't think most palms are not native to the Caribbean. They were brought over and like planted. Like, if you go to islands that are like technically whatever the word for indigenous plants is, endemic. I can't remember the word. Anyway, but you know what? It's a fantasy game. Like, let's smash the timelines. Let's bring in the
Introduced
mango.
to-
I mean, there's gorillas. Why not?
Puerto Rico, introduced to Puerto Rico in 1549.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so that works though. I mean,
As
even
coconuts.
historically. So
Yeah.
same with pineapples. I think that they were. Yeah.
I know pineapples were an obsession of the British for ages. Like people would literally have a golden pineapple-shaped object. It wasn't like a real pineapple. It was
Yeah.
made of gold, and they would have it out like on meals and stuff as like just like, oh, look how wealthy you are, because not only can we afford gold, but we can afford a pineapple.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like back in the day when salt was literally worth more than gold,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it was so rare. Yeah. It's like wild to think. My kid spills it across the dining room like every day.
Oh, here I'm gonna play some of this. You guys are gonna hear it all in the audio, so get ready.
Ash and bone, flint and steel. Skeletons versus pirates. Today, the pirate Borg creator Luke, aka Limithron, faces off against his brother, Quartermaster Tyler, showing off not one, but 3 new Kickstarters. No quarter, just cold steel, black powder, and the courage to board. Welcome to Boarding Party.
Ahoy, you scurvy dogs! Welcome to Boarding Party.
All right, we don't need to watch this whole thing here. Let me recover from my blunders. Yeah. But we had a lot of fun. We got in one very brotherly argument about
Oh yeah, we did. It was about cover.
About cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tyler and I couldn't help but fall in our old ways of like arguing for whatever meta was best for each of us, but we cut it all from the video.
Luke basically wasn't listening when we agreed upon a rule.
Oh, we're gonna rehash it. Is that
and
what you
then
wanna do?
and then it became a whole thing. Yeah. It's okay. I have this one on video, and my wife was like, "What was with that?"
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hey, and I'll normally have it on
What was
video,
with
so-
that is 40 years as of tomorrow of putting up with your bullshit.
That's correct. Actually, he's not wrong on my dyslexic ADHD ass. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Will, I know
was
we
really
talked about
fun.
this a bunch on the podcast, but like, what do you think? How was this? How was it working on this project?
It was the worst. I'm gonna never work with you guys again. No, it was great.
Love that.
It's
No,
the
it's
worst setting ever
fantastic.
made.
You got it.
Yeah. This is just been it off. No, it's been fantastic. Honestly, it's been such a fun project to work on. Partly because like just how open you guys have been, and how easy and kind of like seamless it has been. Like I've done a bunch of projects, and they don't always go smooth. When
Yeah,
you work with
sure.
other people. Sometimes you hit hiccups or disagreements or whatever. But this has just been like, pardon the pun, smooth sailing the entire time.
Yeah.
And
Congrats on being funded in 11 minutes, my friend.
Yeah, so I literally just got back from, my kid was doing a play at school. So the play started exactly as we launched. So I'm in the very back row with my screen on my phone turned down to the lowest brightness it can go, hitting launch on the thing. And then I just like turned my phone down and didn't look at it until the intermission 45 minutes later. And then I was like, oh, cool. Nothing caught fire and we funded and it's going incredibly well. So there was a moment where I was like, I'm going to turn this phone over, and it just didn't work. Like the project didn't launch or something.
I mean, we've all been there, dude. My first Kickstarter, I launched at the exact same minute that Brandon Sanderson launched 2 secret COVID books.
Oh no!
And he broke Kickstarter, and I was like sitting there like, nothing is working. Like, is anybody backing it? And I had like already funded, but on my end, I couldn't see anything. So I definitely know that stress, you know?
Yeah. But no, it was such a fun book to make as well. I think Pirate Borg has such a, not just a fun sense of humor, but like my kind of sense of humor to it.
Yeah.
That getting to make a game in that vibe where it is a bit more playful. I love the grim dark.
It's definitely like pirates, man. They're just fun. Like you can't help but it's hard to be super serious when there's like rum and parrots and monkeys.
Basically, it's just a really fun world to play in and to make a game in and approach like the rules that I've had for 6 years from a different perspective as well. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And it was just such a super fun book. It came together like unbelievably quickly because I was having such a blast making it.
I love this one.
Yeah, that spread, man. Such a good art. And I got to work with some amazing artists on this project. Like,
I mean, I've been singing Lettuce's praise all stream.
Like look at that. That is based on the monster from Forbidden Psalm on the cover art, which is like the corpse collector. So we wanted to make one for Pirate Borg, so we just made it a hammerhead shark. Why not?
Yeah, we were saying right before you came on, it's cool to see someone take Christian Eichhorn has kind of done this a bit, but to take a bit more of a Mork Borg approach to Pirate Borg. A lot of people kind of go the other angle and go more like Pirates of the Caribbean. But like some of these monsters, like I never would have done, and it's really cool to have them added to the like options, especially for like if you're running a long Dark Caribbean campaign, like later game when you're like, oh, the wretched have been summoning these things from the depths, and there are like weird fucked up monsters that shouldn't exist,
Yeah, that was kind of the idea with it, was like the whole story of this thing from below is rising and just fully corrupting the world of Pirate Borg.
Yeah.
And for people that want to add it to the roleplay game, there's obviously all the content there as well, and everything's cross compatible. So yeah, just being able to add in some absolute horrible beasties. It's quite a fun way of approaching the design for it.
I don't want to. I won't interrupt with a lot of questions, but this is an important one. Will, somebody in chat is trying to buy multiple copies of your book. There's not add-ons up currently, but
we handle it all in backer kit. So
backer kit, great. Awesome.
Post campaign, you can add as many copies as you want. It's a thing.
Perfect.
So please don't worry, you will definitely be able to get add-ons as well.
Awesome.
And you can get pets, which is always important.
So don't show those pages. Those are stretch goals.
Sorry, cancel.
There's some sneak peeks for you.
Nope, that was redacted.
No, it's all good. I'm actually after we jump off this, I'll be putting up the post about stretch goals since we've done so well.
Look, I mean, sometimes we have to work on them in advance.
No, I've had to, because they've been really the stretch goal element of it is like every 2 pages you add to the book, every 4 pages you add to the book, so everything comes in 4s. It adds an extra cost to the print run. But the more books we can print, the cheaper each book is. So then we can add more pages, but the price of the book stays the same.
Exactly.
So that's why it's stuff that like basically it would come out digitally either way, but we get to add it to the physical book. The more backers we get, which is fantastic. But yeah, I'm happy to like have a sneak peek, and it's some of it I've had to do because some of it's needed playtesting because it's stuff which is kind of very much bordering on breaking rules.
Yeah.
and its current state. So needing
Yeah.
people to play test it and be like, yeah, having a captain that's a shark that you just push around in a barrel.
Yeah,
So-
you have to work. We talked about this before you were on, but making a skirmish game, we were talking about board games, but making a skirmish game, you have to worry about the playtest and the balance a little more.
Yeah.
Like in on Pirate Borg, I can be like, oh, it's a 200 hit point sea monster. You better run, but you can't give up one side like crazy unbalanced models. So
yeah, it is the fun thing of like, and you'll try and balance it, and then someone will break it first day anyway.
yeah, of course.
But yeah,
Well, and there's also too the like you have to get the rules clear enough so that there aren't arguments. Like Tyler and I were arguing over dumb things because it changes what you can do, and there's not someone there to adjudicate it. So I can appreciate that you have to be a little bit more like precise with the wordings in some ways, and that playtesting is a big part of that process, right?
yeah, that's kind of a big part of it in the playtesting, is getting the language of the rule as clear as possible. There was one rule I've had in since the beginning of Forbidden Psalm, the rule about if you want to leave combat, people can stop you. And the original wording for that was like so confusing for people.
Yeah.
And then each book, it's like been slightly changed. And then someone actually from the community just suggested a wording for it, which was like perfect.
Nice.
And that's the wording that's now being used across all the books.
Nice. I have that problem with people are always confused about non-PC ships, like how many actions they get. And I'm like, I thought I was really clear, but they still always ask. I've not found a way to clean up the wording, so I can really appreciate
Yeah.
the importance of that. I mean, I haven't played a lot of war games and video or board games. They're like, man, this says this order, and if I do it that way, it breaks it. So
I got one recently where it basically said only one player turn can do a certain thing. And then the next line was like, and when every player has done this, you then move on. And I was like, wait, which is it? Is it every player can do it or one player? And I haven't been able to find like a rule clarification anywhere. So yeah, I'm very conscious of like trying to get the wording of rules as like clear as I can.
yeah,
But it's why it's amazing that people give feedback. And what we'll do is when the project finishes on Kickstarter, it takes about 3 weeks for Kickstarter to like gather everyone's money in and give me their details, and then everyone will get access to the like beta PDFs.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And then we go through about a month of getting feedback from the whole community that are playing it. So there will be some like further rules clarifications and changes to wording and stuff as we go. And it just means that when the book actually lands with people, it's like the best it can be.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we had a couple just because we're the Pirate Board guys where we're like, oh wait, is this different? Or like equipment that was missing that like should it be missing? And it's really cool to see that some of that stuff is already changed. So
Yeah. It was actually Tyler pointing out that skeletons shouldn't be able to drown. And I was like, yeah, of course. That's like I just missed that off. Like that's obviously a rule that needs to be in the game. So yeah, added that straight in, but like they're immune to drowning.
One thing I really enjoyed about playing it was there are differences in rules, and like I will have to write my own one sheet to just keep the two straight to when I play one versus the other. But what's really nice is I will definitely be pulling out a map and being like, here's 20 miniatures. We're going to deal with all of them. Yes, they're all real things. Like, and then just do the activation system of, to get things done. Like borrow a mix between Pirate Borg and From the Depths Below to do kind of larger scale skirmishes.
Yeah, I've had people do that with Forbidden Psalm and Morgborg in the past, where they wanted more in-depth combat than Morgborg has by default. Mm-hmm. And they would literally run Morgborg as a campaign and then whip out Forbidden Psalm for the combat section of their roleplay. And it's just nice because people can kind of pick and choose how crunchy they want to get or how like just open free flow they want to get and match to their play style, which is like, yeah, that's my favorite thing for people.
Well, it's also compared to like other games. It's not, if you went maximum crunch in this game, it would still not touch a lot of other war games.
Nah, I don't really do crunchy games. I started playing miniatures games with a game called Infinity, which is like the crunchiest miniatures game you could possibly play. And I loved it, but also hated it because it was so crunchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just when I write games, I'm like, I can't be making it that crunchy.
Yeah, I think just like RPGs, I prefer when the crunch comes from things that you start to bolt in later. You know, like, oh, it's crunchy because we have lots of things happening, not because each individual, like the core rules are nice and streamlined, DR12.
But I will say that, like, we've been handing out like flyers for the boarding party event at the booth for the last several conventions, and I can't tell you how many people have come up and been like, "Oh, skirmish game." They're like, "Well, it's compatible. Does that mean I can take the like all the skirmish rules and make a more complex version of combat for my pirate board games?" And of course, the answer is yes. But like that's definitely something that people want. Is like, oh, there's a level of crunch that certain people prefer that isn't currently there, that this kind of fills the gap for.
I think my favorite rule adjustment, and you might have already had this, but was that you can reload a weapon if you don't move. And I'm like, Pirate Borg is trying to be realistic. It takes 2 full actions to reload a musket, which honestly, unless you're trained in the military, is still too fast realistically. But we're playing a game, It's like if I have 5 models, it sucks to have like one of them sit there and not do anything just because he's going to reload. So the fact that my guy could like not move and reload, I was like, that's a good change. I like that. It kind of breaks the immersion and the value of weapons in a role playing game, but that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, that was that rule goes back to the original Forbidden Psalm with like crossbows.
Yeah, I figured.
And it was like, how do you make it? Because crossbow's the same thing, right? It should take forever to reload. Like you've got to like put it down to the ground and like winch it up,
crank it.
Yeah. And then the other rule was the one that always comes up is people go, why do you have to take an action after you move? And it's because of ranged combat. Basically, if you allow people to action then move, ranged combat and like ranged characters just become too strong because they just shoot and then hide behind a wall where nobody can shoot them back. So yeah, it was stuff like that, which like having to look at like crunchy little bits of rules to fit both the gameplay and the narrative. So yeah, you don't want like, oh yeah, your musket can basically just fire constantly like a minigun. Like that's going to break your immersion a little bit. Yeah.
Speaking of miniguns, I have thought a lot about how would you make a Doom like RPG? I feel like that, like a 90s, what do they call
Roll
it?
Lots of dice.
Like boomer shooter. I really don't like the term boomer shooter because
oh wow.
Yeah, they call it like Doom and early Marathon. They call them boomer shooters. But I'm like, I was playing those and I'm like 2 generations away from a boomer. So wait, but anyway.
Yeah, right.
We just passed 60K.
Nice. I think a lot about like how do you make a role playing game like that? And then every time I really think about it, it usually is like it's just better as a skirmish game, Like I can't like if you're the Doom Slayer, who are you talking to? Like who are you no, you're just killing everything,
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
It's just constant combat, isn't
like
it?
you have to put it in a different, you have to make a setting where interactions kind of matter, Like I guess if you're like playing Aliens, you're like, oh, I'm gonna talk to the colonists that are still here. I'm gonna like, but yeah, guns, man, they're like a whole thing in skirmish games.
Yeah, and it's been fun though. It's been fun taking Pirate Borg and translating it into a miniatures game.
Nice, great. Well, I'm so happy to have you on board, man. It's been a lot of fun. Will, I'll ask you what I asked the other guys. What are you into? I know I asked you before, but has it
on the
changed?
podcast.
What are you into?
So at the moment, it was for a while. It was just pirate stuff, just to fully in.
Well, hold on, no, don't move past this. What pirate stuff? You're on the Limithron
Oh,
YouTube channel.
Yeah. I was listening to a bunch of podcasts about like the era and about just how horrible it was.
Yeah.
And it was just deeply unpleasant, but not just pirates, like all the stuff around it. So listening to stuff around like the Dutch Indian Company, the East Indian Company, and just the absolute horror show that they were and what they perpetuated around the world. Because it was an era of history that I just wasn't as up to date on.
Sure.
So that was like really fascinating to kind of learn more about.
I read your little like afterword.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself how happy I am to have somebody else explain to the world, like why I left some things out of the game, it's like, just because bad shit happened doesn't mean we can't make a game in the era, and I thought for backers who see the book, like Will's got a really great thing about like, this is a terrible time, and this game is not about some of those terrible things, but it is about other things, like how redcoats have to be bad guys. Love it.
Yeah, like that just bad. Like you can't play as them.
Okay, so other than
yeah.
other than pirate stuff, like what are you into?
So my eldest kid is finished college and is about to go off to uni. So I've been playing a lot of video games with them and kind of enjoying my last summer with them kind of as a kid. Like they turn 18 in like 3 weeks, which is fucking mental. And so I've been playing a ton of video games with them, a ton of video games with my youngest. So they like slightly different things. My youngest has got me into like weird musicals lately as well.
Like how weird?
So like there's something called Star Kid production. It's like the most theater kid shit you can imagine. But the music kind of slaps. So like I'm kind of here for it. And then I got them into Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
so
nice. Yeah.
we literally sit here and we play a video game called Duck Game, which is this game that came out about 10 years ago where you just play as ducks with shotguns killing each other. And we listen to the soundtrack from Little Shop of Horrors.
Wow.
Like that's my evening every night, pretty much from like 9 o'clock till like 10.
Yeah, that's
Literally, like we're just singing "Feed Me Seymour" and the dentist song. I'll be a dentist while being ducks killing each other.
It's Steve Martin, right?
Yeah. Which was like we rewatched it because I hadn't seen it in like I don't know 20 years or something, and watched it with the kids for the first time. And man, that movie is weird and it kind of slaps.
I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. It's been a long time.
It's so 80s, like it's so unbelievably like late 80s that it hurts. So I've been doing a lot of that lately, as well as writing future games and putting stuff together for that and immersing myself in those worlds. It's kind of been a tonal like whiplash because I've gone from doing quite fun pirates and to something that's a lot more like grim, horrible. And it kind of trying to remember which one I'm writing in on a given day.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm always saying that Pirate Borg, Dark Caribbean are grim dark, but it's like it's not really. It's like I mean, I think it is. If you were there, it would be grim dark, but like the reality is that it's like it's a funny kind of lighthearted game a lot of the time.
But so I think the term grim dark is really silly, and I think that original grimdark games, 40k, others, like they had a good sense of humor to them. I'm not going to say some people argue about whether they were satire or not. It's a stupid argument, but they had a fantastic sense of humor. And Pirate Borg has the same thing. It's grimdark, but it has a really good sense of humor. So for me, you can still be funny and have fun while being grim and dark.
Yeah, well, I think what Moro was saying is like some of your other work gets like actually more grimdark, where it's like
it's just kind of horrible.
Like a lot of in the core Pirate Borg book, like a lot of the art is like, it's a little bit more like kind of not cute, but like accessible and. And I think, especially with some of the stuff in From the Depths Below, you're like, it's a little bit more metal. I appreciate that is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoy getting to design different projects with like tonal variations.
I think someday I'll know what that's like. But right now I'm on year 6 of straight.
I was going to say, what's your next project after?
Well, I have a couple, but I can't talk about any of them. So it's kind of
Dark
exciting.
Caribbean all the way for right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My next project, the thing I'm working full time on is the setting book, which
I've seen parts of and looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's like I think it might become a slipcase by the time I'm done with it. But I have been doing more writing lately than illustrating, and I kind of like forget that I'm an illustrator, but that's like really my main thing. So I'm excited when I get back to that phase. I think those are the big things where it really feels like it's becoming a real thing, is when you're like, oh, here's a 2-page spread of art. So it's all coming, especially after today. Today is a huge milestone in my creative life. So
it's an interesting time. I was just telling my wife that like, I mean, Zach and I obviously have a bunch of work to do with the Kickstarter, especially Zach, and he's in charge of production and all that. But like, besides fulfilling the Kickstarter, we're moving into the first time in 2 years that we don't have a deadline, other than like Gen Con and me scheduling, other than the annual things that Luke doesn't have a creative
deadline.
Yeah. And we're often like waiting for him to finish things so that we can make a video on it, or we can post it on the website and all that jazz. So like, it'll be a nice change of pace to move and just like, hey, today, what did Luke create this week? We haven't heard from him all week.
Yeah. Well, and there's also like there are things in the Dark Caribbean that are too big to like tackle in. I try to do like a monthly release. But Patreon has some changes coming where I have to switch away from per creation to monthly. That's coming in November, and I'll have a lot more free time. So I'll be able to, like, for example, El Dorado and Atlantis and the Fountain of Youth and Maracaibo. Maracaibo is like a dungeon city. Like I can't tackle a dungeon city in a few weeks between a con and a Kickstarter and a Patreon release. So we're moving into an era now where I'll be able to like really deep dive into these like bigger projects, but then still hopefully like compartmentalize them enough to like get them out for playtesting and that kind of thing. So should be cool. What's up?
There's a while I'm thinking about it, there's a interesting reward on Will's campaign that still has a few left, and I was wondering if Will could give us an explanation or a detail about what exactly he means by a couple things on it. It's called the Captain's Log tier. It says work to add yourself to the book as a mercenary that can be hired, and then obviously the fully fucked up copy of the hardcover book. I understand that. That's very exciting. But what for the ignorant person, what does it mean to be a mercenary that can be hired in the rule set? I'm more curious about that than, obviously it's cool that you can be a mercenary, but what does it mean to hire a mercenary in the game?
Yeah, so in Forbidden Psalm, as people got through the campaign, they started getting to a point where they had, like, if the campaign had gone well, they had a lot of money to spend, right? And they're like, what can I spend this money on in the game? So I brought in mercs. So for 25 gold, or 25 silver, as it'll be in Pirate Borg, you can hire in a merc. So one of your characters sits out the scenario and you bring in a merc. And they have special abilities, they'll have their own equipment. And in a way, it's kind of like they're a one and done character. So like if they die, you're meant to strike them out of your campaign. So they're gone, right? They're a named character in the world. And when they're dead, they're gone. And they essentially, like I said, take that slot for you. So if you've got some spare silver and you're like, we're going up against, a specific beastie here, that having someone that's really good as like an undead hunter or something like that, you'll be able to hire the merc. So that tier is essentially going to work with people to turn them into those mercenaries. So yeah, that'll be chatting with people about what they want their merc to look like, what their merc's equipment's going to be, they will help allocate their stats. So they can either base that on their real world personality, like what they're good at. If you're a gym bro that's good at lifting weights, maybe we put a high strength and toughness, and you get to help kind of create the stats for the character. And then it's your, whatever name you want assigned to that character. So it can be your name, it could be a name of somebody else. If you want to, back that tier to add your kid to the game as a merc, that's something we could do. Keep in mind, they're going to be murdered by a lot of people.
I have this with so I have all these NPCs in the Dark Caribbean. They're all already illustrated. Some of them are based off real people, like real friends of mine. And my wife is like, how come you've done all these NPCs and none of them are based off me? And I was like, this is Pirate Borg, babe. Like, people are going to seduce these people. They're going to murder these people. Like, I actually had an NPC that I was like trying to draw to look like her. I couldn't do her justice. And then I was like, I don't want a bunch of like, sweaty like nerds in a game shop like trying to seduce my wife, So I understand when you're like, it could be based off somebody, but be careful.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's the tier. So you'll basically I'll have a chat with you about what you want your character to look like and stuff, and we'll get them added to the game. So there'll be, hopefully by the end of this, around 15 to 20 mercs that will be added into the book that you can hire.
Very cool.
And the idea is that each player can hire one merc per scenario. So
right on.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Mercs are there's several games that I play that have a merc option, and that sounds about right. And it's cool. Like, they're basically NPCs. The fact that they're like named individuals, that's fun. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Love that.
Yeah, and it's a useful one as well. So some of the injuries are like that your characters might get last one scenario. So if you set out a scenario that goes away. So if one of your characters is injured and you're like, I've got 25 silver spare, I don't really want to send in my necromancer captain Doomskull with a dodgy leg. I'm going to let him sit the one out and send someone else in.
Did you watch?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought it was great. I thought your dice sucked.
Dude, I was trying to. Tyler was telling me to re-roll because he's editing it, and I was trying to keep my cool, but it's just it's kind of why I don't really like competitive games, because it's when the dice suck, you start not having fun for no logical reason, So
what I loved about it is you did exactly what. So the pieces of 8 are literally designed for when someone's having a bad day, or the dice are treating them badly, and you just go, screw it, I auto pass. Screw it, I re-roll. And you literally went to it the minute your dice started misbehaving, and I loved that that mechanic worked.
We forgot about the auto pass. I really wish we remembered that, because right when he's frustrated, I'd be like, "You want to auto pass?" It would have been a perfect time, but
so
there was
the pieces of 8. A lot of times people will use them in conjunction, so they'll be like, "I'm going to auto pass. I'm going to do max damage. I'm gonna," and you just absolutely annihilate someone.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, I went in thinking I'm gonna murder these redcoats, and then I fought them the whole thing. I didn't even barely got
5 rounds before you were like, okay, I'm gonna run away.
Yeah. Hey, it happens.
One thing that we haven't talked about a lot, I don't really think at all yet on the stream, Luke, and now that we've kind of covered from the depths below, I think we can, which is, I think, a cool component, the map pack and the skirmish game and the minis. I mean, we've been in a Discord collaboratively kind of putting all of these projects together for a substantial amount of time, to the point where I know, Will, you based a lot of or all of your scenarios off of maps that are in the map collection. And there was notes that you were giving to, and we were giving to Kawe about it'd be nice if we had a Redcoats faction, because that's one, build that tied to the skirmish game. That
and the photos of the miniatures are in the skirmish game book.
Yeah, this idea of they're very much all standalone projects that you don't need to back the others to do, and that the point is that, right? We weren't looking for a thing where you have to have all 3.
Yeah, of course.
But all 3 were collaborative, so you're not going to be like, oh, it was cool that I backed the minis and Will's game, but I wish the minis were already designed as units so that they would work better. It's we've already done that. That was part of the plan from the get-go, which I think is why the boarding party works as well as it does, because it's been collaborative from the start.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been really cool to see all the scenarios where I was like, oh, this is someone has thought about a place that I thought about years ago, and now we can play a little scenario there and murder each other and fight for grog.
The hardest thing was picking which maps I liked the most, but also which ones would translate into a miniatures game the best, in the sense of because some people will absolutely buy the maps and use the maps, and that's fantastic. Some people want to make their own terrain. So it was also which ones have terrain options that are going to be pretty straightforward for people to making and putting together on the table. So it was
you gotta thread that needle. You don't want them to all be impossible to craft.
Yeah, I think so. Spoiler for future, I was going to actually chat to you about this, so you can say no in private, but if you're on stream, you're going to say yes. I was going to look at maybe doing future packs where I take the rest of the maps and slowly over time add scenarios to them.
Obviously, why would I not want that?
Yeah, and because there's some of them, particularly some of the temple ones and stuff, that I was getting someone to make a whole temple for one scenario.
Well, that's what I said on the stream. It's I like making terrain. I think making terrain is really, really fun. There's no fucking way I'm going to play 12 scenarios and make the terrain for all of them, unless I'm running a, 3-year campaign and would also use that. So it's nice to be able to do both. That's,
Yeah. And there are some people that definitely will. There was one guy that for my game, Hopeless for the Dead, he made every location. There's I think 12 in the book. He made every single location unique.
Yeah.
And I was just this is such a dedication to this dumb thing I made that I can't understand it.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Well, and also you, by having the maps, the digital maps like mine, you can play it online. No work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of games, if you were going to play Forbidden Psalm, you'd have to do some work to to build, because there aren't VTT maps for all those. So it's a cool perk. It's one of the cool things about the cross pollination.
Yeah, it's amazing because it's like people have built Forbidden Psalm in tabletop sim. They've built it in VTS. Someone built it in Excel. I think I've looked at this before.
I heard you talking about that,
yeah, completely mental. So yeah, to have like existing maps that they can just pull the files and chuck some tokens down and play is
cool.
awesome. It's so cool.
Sweet.
like there's
Well,
a
Will,
whole
thanks for
culture
coming on. I want to see if we only have a few minutes left. Are there any questions left in the stream for Team Limithron or for Will, or if you want me to like guess who's going to win the World Cup? I won't.
There's one question that we haven't addressed in chat. It's a Pirate Borg related question asking about like basically compiling all the zine adventures into one hardcover. And I think the fast answer to that is we're nowhere near close enough in zine page count to even entertain this as an idea at the moment. Like,
I have there are no plans on that. And I don't think that will be a thing. I think zines are a thing. They're their own thing, and I think I like that they're their own thing. Like I couldn't put Cathagan in a book.
Though, who was it? Was it Need Games? Somebody, one of our translation partners, is packeting several zines into one package that you can pick up, which I think is a cool idea, and not that's maybe
that's an Italian Pirate Borg. That's a cool idea to combine them into one SKU, if you will, from a retail perspective. But I think that it's actually doing them, like I understand that it would be more accessible in major retail, but it's kind of like doing the zines a disservice. Like Buried in Bahamas is designed to unstaple that middle spread on purpose, and the back cover is a quick crew reference on purpose. To put it in a book, it feels like a cash grab, and we don't do cash grabs. We do make artifacts we want to exist, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the number of times we've told Luke, just do it less good and quicker, and he's like, no.
You
like
do the shitty
like,
version of this. Yeah.
Someone's like, you don't have to draw all the barrels every time, and I'm like, I don't have to. But
so what you're telling me is there's no Pirate Borg Funko Pops coming.
Now, I like Funko Pops. I wonder if I could flip my camera around. I have. Do you guys want to see them, or should I just tell you?
Just tell us.
I knew that.
You know what a Funko Pop looks like. Yeah.
But like,
I've also been to his house.
Okay, I have 5. Can you guess? I'm going to give. If you can guess all 5 of them, I will give you a freak. How about this?
How do we spend the last 3 minutes of the stream? Funko Pops.
Yeah, I'm gonna give. How about this? If you can guess, no, never mind. You guys just guess. I want to see if you can guess which 5 Funko Pops I have. See how well you know me.
There's definitely the Jack Sparrow one.
Yeah,
yes.
It's got to be Jack Sparrow. Right?
Jack Sparrow, yes.
Barbosa?
Nope.
Is
there a
Davy
Barbosa
Jones?
one?
Is there a Davy Jones one?
I don't think there's any other Pirates ones.
There's definitely
really?
a Davy Jones one. There's definitely a Davy Jones one.
Oh, I don't. No, I do not. I don't. If there's a Davy Jones one, I don't have it.
Gandalf as well.
Oh, Seskmo, Scott. Yes. Hey, wait, hold on. That's my dog sitter and my good friend. But as my dog sitter, he spent probably more time in this room than anybody besides me. Scott, you can't guess. But everybody else guessed Gandalf. Yes, Gandalf is number 2. Do you know which version of Gandalf? Because there's a couple.
The gray?
It's the gray, but it's him fighting the Balrog.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I don't know Funko Pops, so I'm like fully just guessing.
You're like, why did I bring this up? Now we're gonna waste the whole stream talking about.
No,
that's a good guess.
I'm here for it.
All right, you've got Gandalf, Jack Sparrow.
Is there any more Lord of the Rings? Because for some reason, Gimli.
Yes, I do have another Lord of the Rings. You have to know me pretty well, but this one's a no-brainer if you know me.
You say that, and I don't know which one you're talking
But
about.
when I tell you what it is, you're going to be like,
Is it a ring wraith?
No, that'd be cool though. Cthulhu would be cool.
Is it Sauron?
No. It's on the other side, the good side.
It's on the good side again. Well, Gimli is the one that comes to mind.
No.
No, really.
Chewbacca.
Oh, I should have Chewbacca.
You don't have Chewbacca?
I need to get Chewbacca really bad, for sure.
When Luke was 16 to 20 years old, he was a disc jockey. I mean, like spinning records and raves, even though he wasn't 21. And his name was DJ Chewy.
I'm on SoundCloud. Check me out. Okay, no, you got okay. It's not a normal sized Funko Pop.
Oh, is it like an
man.
ant?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Oh, yes,
Treebeard.
okay.
I got
Yeah,
Treebeard.
Treebeard. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that
you
makes
got
sense.
3. There's
Got
one more
3.
that's obvious. Come on, guys. It's not Chewbacca.
Darth Vader?
No,
Is it in the same family as Chewbacca?
Wizard,
yes.
pirate.
Okay.
no, it's in it. Come on.
Oh, Yoda.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
yeah, yeah.
you, Yoda, all the way. Number 5, you will never guess. I bet you no one will ever guess it.
I don't know.
It's not nerd culture.
Is it Jerry Garcia?
How do you come on?
I think I've seen it.
That's
to be
not
fair,
fair. You cheater.
I think I've seen it, but I didn't know what it looked like. So I was like, what would it be? Something outside of that. It was a dead head, big fish head.
I wouldn't have guessed that if
Yeah.
you'd have shown it to me.
There you
I would have still not known what it
Here, I'm
was.
gonna- since I'm showing off my nerd shit, I'm going to show you my prized possession, right? So this is
Oh, this is cool.
my wife got me some. I think it's actually reminted, but it's a piece of 8 from a real shipwreck.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
It's reminted from silver from a real shipwreck. But this was given to me by the Morkborg guys
Nice.
on my
Yeah.
birthday party at Gen Con several years ago. It was given to them when the Morkborg released at the Morkborg party. I don't think I deserve it, but I think they felt like they needed to get me something. And look at this.
Yeah, and giving you the middle finger is.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
the
also like perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Especially
That
when
means
you
they
were
like you.
I love Will when you were like, yeah, Johan was like, I don't really like pirates, and I was like, yeah, we know.
I asked him to do the cover, and he was just like, do I have to draw pirates? I don't like pirates. And I was like, you could just draw a massive monster if you want. He was like, excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty
Um,
funny.
Yeah. He's also the guy that told me when I first approached him, I was like, have you thought about doing a miniatures game? He was like, fuck off, do it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
6 years later, here I am. And then he did the cover for me. So he'll tell you to fuck off and then do amazing art for you.
Nice.
yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being part of my weird, awesome little life. Thanks for making shit in the dark Caribbean. Everybody who's watching, all 42 of you, which is my current age still in the meaning of life, right? Thank you. This has been a great day, and I can't wait to have this box and get it in your guys' hands. Any closing thoughts? Zach, let's start with you.
Oh God, no. Just go back everything.
No,
and
no,
and that's
no.
it.
What's that from where she's like, no.
I'm excited to have all these items in like physical form at our booth. I'm excited to have 10 sets of them for our GMs or more, 20 sets of them for our GMs to play with at every game and to show them off. I mean, sure, the sales aspect, sure, whatever. I mean, just literally, I'm just excited to have those things. Like, just to be playing with these miniatures, you know, and like getting my printer up and printing the Coral Shoggoth, which I have right here, Will.
See,
And,
that's
like,
the one I really
yeah,
want
dude.
now.
Oh yeah, like doing that and then being like, oh, I'm gonna whip out this map and I'm gonna have this like kit to bring to places, and I'll be like, oh yeah, we could run anything, and I got miniatures and maps for it. It's just like a really freaking cool thing. It's a cool thing to have as a player, as a GM. So and when we make it,
Will, hear me
make the
out.
stuff we love.
Hear me out. Rizzo print, lettuce, Coral Shoggoth, limited edition screen print. Or I guess it's a Rizzo print.
That would be pretty cool.
I'm just saying.
I might need to reach out and have a chat.
All right, cool. Oh yeah, Will, closing thoughts?
No, just it's been awesome to be involved, and yeah, like it's just been such a blast over the last 8 months since we first started speaking about this
Wow,
or something
really?
like that.
Dude, time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I think it was this year.
Was it this year?
Oh,
Is it-
well, no, we started at UK Games Expo last year.
Well,
The
yeah,
time
we first
yeah.
mentioned it, and I think I told the story. And you have so many chats at cons and stuff where you like pitch an idea to someone, or you have a chat with someone, and you just go, "That's going to go nowhere." And I swear to God, when we chatted about it, I was like, "Luke's not interested. This is going nowhere." That was my takeaway. I was like, "He couldn't give a shit about this." And then like you messaged me saying, "So we're doing it, right?" And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, cool, awesome."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do that. Some people do that, but I'm pretty intentional about where I want to put my energy.
This
Yeah,
is
which
my
is-
this is my impression of Luke when he doesn't want to do something. He's got his hands in his pockets, and he'll be like, Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, maybe one day.
I think we'd just run a game of Office Borg when we were talking about it.
No, it was Morkorg.
Morg, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was Morkorg, not Orc.
That's right. You got it right.
Yes. Yeah. that
What's
one.
the other one?
Orkborg.
No, Orgborg.
Oh, there you go. I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Chris, don't kill me. But yeah, we just ran that. And I spoke to you, and then you were like, "Yeah, let's do it." So it's been a great what is it up to now? It's been a great 7 months or whatever.
I have it.
Hey,
here. It's
yeah.
Morkorg, and
That's it.
these guys are gonna love that I'm shouting it out because first off, the adventure that we played, we're all mentioned here. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
So my favorite thing in that book is they asked me to add something to it.
Right, hold on, right here. This says right here, play tested by the creators of Morkborg, Pirate Borg, and Forbidden Psalm, among many others. Like we're immortal. That game is immortalized in here.
Wait, is that the
yeah.
one where he mentioned you like 3 times?
Yeah, but this is the more like they asked me to do. I think. What were you gonna say? Well, they asked you to do something.
Oh, they asked me to make a monster and stuff for it. So there's a stapler in there, which is an actual stapler. It was my friend's stapler that I borrowed from them, and then I blue tacked fossilized shark teeth to it, and I gave it back broke. So I still owe that friend a new stapler.
That's awesome.
That's great.
So our contribution is funny because they asked me to do something for this, and I'm not really into joke games, which this kind of is, and I'm really not into re-simulating the modern experience. I have no interest in that. I want to escape. So I respectfully declined being involved in this project, to which I got more credits in this than anything else I've ever worked on. I'm on the back cover as Luke from Human Resources, right? And it says here in the credits, I think I'm the last credit here. Where is it?
On the other side of the page, maybe. Yeah,
It's over here. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. Contributors. I have my own line that says Luke Stratton didn't do anything at all. Oh man, I gotta say no to more things.
That's so better than special thanks
Dude,
too.
I gotta say no more. No, I mean, it's nothing against those guys. I love Chris. It's just
He ran a bunch of stuff at UK Games Expo too. It was fun.
yeah. I mean, also I'm just trying to learn how to say no, and look what happens. You say no, and they put your name in the book anyway. You still get the credits.
And I would say that you thought it was you definitely said this is a joke game, and then you played it and you're like, actually, this is a pretty clever joke game. So
I mean, it's pretty fun, and and he wanted me to do naval combat rules, but on office chairs, and I basically said no, and then Zach did it, and it turned out great, right?
yeah, it's funky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. Yeah.
It's a fun
All right,
book.
everybody. I'm gonna hit end stream. I think it's gonna play the trailer, but thank you everybody for backing. If you didn't back, we didn't need your money anyway. Just thanks for being here. We love
Just
you
hanging
guys.
out.
You're still part of the crew.
Still part of the crew. Yeah. If you can't afford it, that's okay. If you don't like our game, well, we don't like you either. I'm just kidding. Okay.
If you have future questions or comments or concern, Discord is the fastest way to get an answer. Then email. Comments on platforms that aren't that get checked regularly, but at intervals rather than constantly like Discord does.
Yep.
So hit us up.
All right, bye everybody.
Bah.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.